What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by AG1 by Athletic Greens. This is AG1. I'm going to take you to the website to show you guys what it is. Now, listen, guys, we joke a lot about eating pizzas and being off your diet and cheat meals or whatever, but overall, we got to stay healthy, and this is the way to do it. Prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and a full array of vitamins and minerals. AG1 by Athletic Greens is the way to go. It's the first thing I drink in the morning when I wake up. Make sure I get my nutrition in before I start my day, get my first couple meals in. So I'm going to show you guys the website. Now, if you use a link, athleticgreens.com/RBP, it'll bring you to this page. Now, when you get here, it's going to tell you free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 free travel packs. Unlock the offer. All you got to do is go to athleticgreens.com/RBP and you will get this free 1-year supply plus 5 free travel packs. Now, listen, if you're anything like me, you're probably worried. I wasn't a big fan of drinking something green and all that. But when I tried this, it actually tastes like a really sweet chocolate. So it tastes really good. It's very beneficial. And you got a really sweet offer if you use the link. So link is in the description also. Check it out, guys. AG1 by Athletic Greens. Thank you. I love the shirt. That's how I feel every day. Just angry.
Yeah. I start off really well.
Do you? Your day starts off well? Like you don't wake up angry?
No, not that often. Like I'm good, and then by the time I reach like 4 stoplights from my house, I'm like fucking. As long as I didn't run into anybody.
It's all downhill from there.
Yeah, and then when I get closer to a certain place, I'm like, temperature starts fucking rising.
And then what? When you get home, it all just levels back out.
Yeah, for the most part. Once I'm in my car at the end of the day, I'm just cool.
Yeah,
unless someone pisses me off there.
I don't know how somebody like you deals with Toronto traffic.
Oh, I don't. I purposely take like the longest route to get places. I'll look at traffic and if it says you can sit in traffic and get there in 30 minutes, or you can take another way and be there in 50, I'll go 50.
Yeah, I do that too. I'm the same way.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I'd rather just keep moving.
Yeah, I'd rather keep moving and be on the road longer than fucking for sure.
Plus, I like driving. I like being in my truck, so I'm like, little extra times.
What kind of truck do you got?
GMC Sierra AT4X.
A 1500 or 25?
Yeah, 1500.
1500.
Yeah,
that's a good road trip car. Yeah, when you gotta get down here to Windsor in a couple weeks.
Yeah, help a certain someone.
What I wanted to ask you something. What do all of your tattoos mean something? Because I saw that clip you posted today about the poem on your hand, and I'm wondering, like, was somebody has as many tattoos as you? Are some of them just like a cool design, or does everyone have something?
No, most of them are just like, this look cool, let's get it. And then there's like some that have a meaning. Okay. But not like a ton of them. A lot of them just come to me, and then I'm like, I was going to do this. Like the W on my head was my brand was supposed to be like here. And then when I got there, it just didn't look right. So small. So I was like, oh, I'll just put it on my head.
Oh, so what? They drew it there, and then you were like, I don't like it?
Yeah, like my buddy, one of my guys who tattoos me, this guy Dreeks, he was like trying it. I wanted it like here, or maybe like here when I didn't have anything here, something around there. And then everywhere we put it, we're just like, it doesn't fucking look right. And I was just what was on my head?
What's the other one?
This is a Roman numeral 9.
What does that stand for?
My life path. Not a gang sign.
What does your life? What does that mean? Your life path? What does that mean?
It's just like to do with numerology and a bunch of foo-foo stuff that some people believe in and some people don't. But
I'm curious now.
Yeah, there's a calculator you can go on. It tells you. I think it's like I forget what the order is. I think it's like your birthday, like added up plus the year, and then minus something.
Being a life path 9 means embarking on a lifelong quest to quench an insatiable thirst for growth and new experiences. Life Path 9 people are always searching for more experiences, more education, more deep talks, and the next adventure. Huh. Is that you?
Yeah.
No, seriously, is that you? Is that like, does that describe
No, I mean,
you?
if you go into like more of the specifics of it, when you get like deeper into it, a lot of it's like me. It's just like talks about like multiple lives and how this is like we're gonna get deep on this. Just as how like people are doomed to not doomed, but people repeating the same energy cycle. So
Yeah.
reincarnation is basically reincarnation like into a same energy cycle if you never transcend that or
Yeah.
evolve. So basically saying that nines are people who have kind of reached the peak of that and are ready to ascend in a way.
Okay, wait a minute. Explain that again. So, okay, explain that again. So, when you're reincarnated, you
Well,
reincarnate
I
into
don't
the
think it's
same.
reincarnate. I don't. It's weird to say reincarnated because I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in that truth, but I mean, like your energy returns to
The earth.
wherever this thing that we are in, right? Whether
Yeah.
you want to consider it like a realm or a earth or
Yeah.
this whatever we're in, right?
Yeah.
You're kind of if you're never vibrating at a higher frequency, your odds of leaving that realm or ascending to a different place
Yeah.
are more like to keep you down in the realm that you're in and continue this path. So
Okay.
it's just basically goes on to say like people who have reached nine, like life path nine, are basically have done this a whole shitload of times, for lack of a better word, and now things are kind of. It kind of explains to me like why I'm not like. It sounds fucked up. People are gonna think I'm fucked up for saying that. Just like how like I'm not impressed by much, and I just don't give a fuck. Like, and that's not like it's not
Yeah.
a depressed thing where I'm like, oh, I don't care about anything. It's just like it's like cool. I mean, like,
Where
it
did
just
you
seems.
where did you learn about, like, where did this come from?
Uh, I don't know to like
I'm
nail it
really
down
I'm
to
really curious about it. I want to like.
no, I don't know. I can't tell you like where I first learned about that. It's just through exploring other shit and then found that. But some
Okay.
people are hocus pocus and some people whatever. But a lot of stuff that I read when it came to me for that just kind of really, and everyone else I've done it for that I meet that does theirs, it basically accurately describes them as well. There may be like a point here and there that's off where you're like, oh, I'm really not that outgoing or something. You know what I mean? But it's like when you get down to it, you're like, fuck,
Let's see what mine is. So, what is your gender?
this is a
Okay.
life path thing.
Yeah. What
Oh,
is your date of birth? Should I be doing this on the thing?
yeah,
October 15th, 78.
you're old.
Great.
Time
Time?
of birth. I didn't go. Mine doesn't go that deep.
I think it was like 8 a.m.
There's a basic life path calculator if you find it.
What is your place of birth? I'm not doing this fucking live.
No,
Okay.
just go to life path calculator. Like just a basic
Life
Google
path.
search.
Okay.
It should pop up pretty quick. Yes, basic ones.
These are all.
Life, they're the first ones. See what it says. It should just be like a little number. Yeah, right there.
1 second. I got to let Ian in. Okay. Life path calculator. What the fuck is this? Enter your date of birth. Okay.
Yeah.
October 15th.
What the fuck is this?
I'm learning.
Secret,
I'm learning new
secret.
shit. 1 sec. I'm learning new shit.
Like telling you the day you die or something?
1 second.
No.
Your life
You're a
path
5.
number equal. I'm a 5.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? How does the fuck just tell me your birth
It
month?
just tells you how it ends up. Yeah.
What is it? 14. What is it? It says 14 is a 5. Is that what that means? Your life path number is the number of freedom and change. Those with the path number 5 tend to be adventurous and free-spirited people. You are much more likely to crave change and new life experiences because of your upbeat personality. You are likely to motivate others. Your curious, flexible, impulsive nature will draw you towards travel and other exciting pursuits. Be wary of overstretching yourself and overreaching in your search for freedom.
And then you can do like searches like based on like your life path with your like star symbol or everything. You can line it up to everything basically directly towards you. Like if you want to align it that much, and then it's
okay. One
kinda
second.
goes from there.
I'm number 5. Ian, what's your birth date?
November
November
27,
27.
1990.
Wow,
Jesus Christ, I'm old.
you're young.
Where the fuck is it? There it is. 3. Your life path number is a vibration of independence, one of creative self-expression and communication. Those with life path number 3 tend to be charismatic, charming, and witty. You are more expressive, upbeat, and creative, and as such are more likely to be drawn to pursuits that will act as an outlet for your artistic talents. Be wary of losing concentration and not committing to your projects, as well as becoming disorganized with your responsibilities and money. That doesn't sound like Ian. Doesn't sound like
I'm
Ian
like
at
the
all.
least artistic person on the planet.
You're
You're
what?
what?
Yeah.
You're the what?
You're like the opposite of that.
Well, I think some things, but I'm definitely not creative. I'd like to think I'm witty, but I'm definitely not creative.
You're not creative, and you're not disorganized, and you're very responsible.
Well,
And you're
depends
good
on
with, and you're good with money. You are expressive, upbeat. Maybe. Paulie, what's going on?
Hey, Fouad, sorry I'm late.
We're learning about
Well,
our
fucking fine. We'll let it slide this time, Paul.
I'm babysitting.
we're learning about our Roman numerology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So,
One
What?
second.
What are you?
Paul, what's your date of birth?
You don't
August
know what the fuck? You should know this. Come on.
yeah,
August 5th,
yeah.
1968.
72, Fouad.
I wasn't that far off.
1942.
He's
a
also a
5.
5. That's why
What?
we're fucking friends, Paul.
What's okay? So, tell me about this.
Your life path number 5.
Go to learn more about it. Click on it instead of this little brief synopsis.
Okay, learn more about 5. Life path number 5 is the number of freedom and change. Those with the life path 5s.
I'll go down below to the white stuff.
Okay, we read that stuff already. Okay, life path number 5 are more likely to enjoy meeting new people, trying new things, and living life for today. Curiosity leads them to constantly try to find answers to life's questions. Conservative is a word that probably never used to describe them, as they love taking risks and hate routine and repetition. That's the opposite of Paul.
It is, yeah.
Doesn't apply to Paul.
I'm not a
literally-
risk taker.
It said that they could be good in sales, though, which could work for Fouad.
It worked. Those all work for me, but
Yeah.
all of that shit is the opposite of Paul. He doesn't take risks.
Nope.
He's very conservative.
Yep.
He does
So
the same.
proud. Nope. I do
He
not.
He
Not
does
anymore.
the same shit every day for years
Yeah.
on end.
Routine.
Creature habit.
Anyway, we started talking about it because Mike was saying that this tattoo on his eye is the Roman numeral number 9, and I was asking what it meant, and he said that it's his life path, and I had no idea what any of that meant.
Me
So
either.
I asked what that meant, and apparently you want to explain it, Mike? It's like your life path. He's ascended to the highest life path.
Really?
No, it's not like something you've earned. Like, it's not like I'm above all of you guys.
Leveled up. Level 9.
Yeah, level 9.
You want
No,
to
it just resonated with me. It's basically saying that, like, you're gonna, if we're all energy at the end of the day, and we're all vibrating at a certain frequency, then certain people are doomed. Not doomed, like I said before. Just they're bound to repeat this cycle of this frequency before they ascend, right? So, by different life paths, how you're living and how you're progressing through life will decide whether you're going to actually ascend out of that energy and maybe go on to another area or place, whatever it could be.
But where would you ascend to?
That would depend on what you believe in terms of heaven and hell. And
So wait, let me ask you if this makes sense. So you're saying,
Mhm.
so you're saying my energy.
it's basically got a higher state of consciousness. So are you ascending out of this realm that we're currently in, whether you perceive this to be that all 4 of us are doing right now?
Yeah.
Do you go higher than that, or are you destined to stay here, repeat life lessons till you learn to ascend, right?
I'm gonna
So
ascend.
not the pearly gates or anything.
I'm gonna ascend. I'm gonna ascend for sure. I'm ready to ascend.
Good for you.
New body parts.
Good for you. Ian, what's going on? How are you?
Good. You?
Good. You look tired today. You tired?
I'm all right.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Paul, you're in the pool all day. You're tanned.
No, well, I had a pool problem. I had to jump in. I get the ladder problem with the ladder. I had to get in there. It was freezing, and water was kind of dirty still because I think my pump also wasn't working properly, so I had to fix that.
Why don't you just wait till the Why don't you just wait till the water warmed up and then fix it?
Oh well, I was hoping to get it going for tomorrow.
Oh, your kids can't wait.
Yeah, they're bugging me.
I see.
Yeah, they want to go in today.
Okay, I said hi to you both. I want to go back to Mike for a second. Mike, are you allowed? What is the tattoo that you guys get on their eye if they killed somebody? Is that a teardrop?
I have no comment. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, Fouad. Sorry.
Come on, man.
I got
I'm the foggiest. What you're talking about?
All right. Well, is it or is it not? I'll look it up. Fuck, Jesus Christ, Mike. You just tell me. Teardrop.
I'm sure it can mean a lot of things in a lot of different cultures and a lot of different organizations, let's say.
Yeah.
A teardrop tattoo is a small tattoo in the shape of a teardrop near both eyes that is closely associated with gang and prison culture, where it often indicates one has served time, one has been humiliated, or one has killed.
So it could be a multitude of things, yeah.
Others may get such a tattoo to represent sorrow or loss. Interesting.
Yeah. Depends on where you're coming from with it.
I always wonder, because I've seen is it the Star of not the Star of David? What is the star, like the Russian star that they get in prisons there? You know that, you ever see that star? That they get, like, they get one on each side?
It's like medallions or something?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Ian, or no?
I can picture what you're saying, but I don't know the meaning behind it.
I think I know what you mean, Fouad. That one fighter had him, I think. What's his name's brother?
Yeah, Fedor.
Fedor's brother.
Fedor's brother had him, yeah. Matching 8-pointed stars tattooed on an inmate's chest below the collarbones indicate to other prisoners that the branded inmate is a professional criminal.
Like organized crime?
Yeah, he's a professional of some sort.
It's a good way to incriminate yourself.
Yeah.
He got his pro card in criminal.
Yeah.
All right.
You got to pay your dues every year, like you do.
So today is the ranting episode, which I thought is good because Mike's wearing the anti-everything T-shirt.
What are we ranting about?
Yeah.
Well,
what's the topic?
Just a couple things, not a lot. Not
Show them the video I sent you.
I'm good.
Please.
I'm good.
Let everyone get set off by that.
Mike sent me this video, and then me and Mike,
stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Me and Mike both ranted about it for a minute. Look at this dog shit.
I saw this.
What? Why? Why?
I was like, what's his next invention? Fucking dumbbells?
That looks like a Planet Fitness.
Actually, it's a good way to adapt to the bench press exercise if you can't perform it correctly due to injuries or problems with your shoulders. Although he's lifting heavier for an injured person, either way that the dumbbells are created for. The real question is, how will he re-rack it back? That is a good question.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
Yeah, you'd have to.
How did he unrack it?
Yeah.
That's
why is he doing it that way though?
He's obviously wants that grip, but like at that point, use an incline machine or just cable, just incline cable press
or dumbbells.
Yeah, just put it in the
gonna get basic. Grab some dumbbells, man.
He is at Planet Fitness though, so who knows what the fuck they got there, you know?
You know what that reminds me of? Remember one of our buddies used to wear wrist straps when he did lateral raises? And you always you tease him, you're like, are you afraid the dumbbell's gonna fly out of your hand?
It's gonna go.
He's gonna go with it if let's
Yeah. Certain things I can't understand.
You strap up for like everything, you know.
I seen guys like put gloves on to do leg press. I'm like, why? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Like, I don't. This is the opposite of hardcore.
Yes, very much so.
This is a guy who watched like Ryan Humiston's newest video. Not that Ryan Humiston doesn't know what he's doing, but
I don't know who that is.
He's got all these intricate exercises and shit that like he does. He's got a massive following, so I'm sure some of his stuff works. But like, I shouldn't point him out. All I'm saying is everybody's trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And this is another guy who's like, I'm on a Smith machine, I'm on an incline bench, and I'm putting handles on a handle.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like the guy you're talking about, I'm sure he's very experienced, and other guys that show stuff that are super experienced.
Yes.
So they're looking for like little nuanced approaches to things. But like this kid doesn't come from the depth of background or the experience to be able to even understand how that's applicable, right?
Well, that's kind of my
what
point.
the fuck, man.
You also don't need to start worrying about these nuances until your physique is like pretty fucking well developed.
Yeah, like, are you in the fucking top 10 of the Olympia and you're trying to like tweak and like understand how to develop this like sliver of my rear delt? Like what are we doing, bro? You don't have a chest to begin with. Like,
but this is my point about like that's what I meant about Ryan Humiston. It's not that he's doing something wrong. It's that it's like he is showing
applying it incorrectly.
Yeah, he's showing all these people these new things. So these guys go to the gym and they're like, what new thing can I create?
Yeah.
It's not you know what I mean? It's not that they learned it from him, but they're like, oh, maybe there's a new way to use the Smith machine. And I'm like, why? Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Kind of in the same regard. I get this a lot with guys with very, very beginner, underdeveloped physiques that send me their progress photos and be like, hey man, can you tell me what I need to work on? And I'm like, everything.
Yeah. You need to work out.
Like, literally everything. I didn't even start worrying about like, oh, my chest versus my back until I was like a 5th-year pro, you know?
Right.
Like you don't need to be worried. Grow everything. You should not be prioritizing anything more. Just it all needs to grow, you know?
Yeah. That's the beauty and the shit of social media.
Yeah.
It's like in one instance, it's great that we're able to be connected and we're able to show what we're doing. We're able to like teach all these new things. In another instance, it's just paralyzing people with all this information. They have no idea what to fucking do with it.
Paralysis.
You've given morons a platform.
They're just overcomplicating fucking everything. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It's tough.
Yeah, there's optimal ways to train, but you don't need to worry about these, like Mike said, these small nuances unless you're really trying to fine tune a physique. And you don't need to worry about fine tuning a physique until there's a physique to be fine tuned. You know?
Right.
Yeah. You know what, though? Like, I see. Sorry, Paul, go ahead.
It looked like he's training out of Planet Fitness.
That's what I said. Yeah. Maybe it's just lack of equipment, but still, just fucking use the bar or dumbbells or cable press. You have cables.
If you want to get big, you're not training at Planet Fitness anyway.
But it's not the point. But it's not the point of it. It's not the point I'm trying to make is not that he's training at Planet Fitness. The point I'm trying to make is this guy has watched so much shit on social media. He either learned that from somebody or he's confused and he's trying to learn new thing. He's trying to reinvent old shit that works.
Look, I think if it's the latter, I actually think it's better. I think if you're a young guy and he's just like experimenting and no one told him that this was the best thing ever and he's just trying to feel what feels good or not, and he's just learning his body and learning exercises and mechanics, then fucking do your thing, homie, because you'll realize real quick that exercise is dumb as shit. But if you're doing it because someone told you that's the best thing ever, then you should probably reconsider, you know?
See, I'm more upset about the second one.
The second what?
The second version. That he's he's just gone into the gym and he's like, there's all these engineers sat down and created all these machines to help me build my body.
Just spitting in their face.
And you know what? And
I can do better. That's
like, good idea.
I know better than all of you career equipment manufacturers. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was saying
fuck's a strength curve. Fuck off.
My balls.
I'm saying it more from like the just learning your body kind of angle versus, but I do understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Look, I like trying new stuff. When I started working with John, he introduced me to like bands, and I started using bands on a lot of different machines. I was like, oh, this not reverse bands, but like the progressive way. And I'm like, wow, this feels really good. This feels different. This is helping me. It's helping my injuries. It's helping whatever. But like Mike said, and like you said, Ian, I was already 4 years old.
Yeah.
Like I had already exhausted just the
you
hard
already
work.
Won pro shows.
Yeah. Like, you know how like you can work hard, even if you're working wrong, and you can get to a certain size.
Yeah.
And then you won't get any better unless you fix what you were doing wrong or find a new way.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I was. Like my training wasn't wrong, but I was just burying myself. So like it got me so far, but John had to like tweak it to get me a little better.
I think this is like the analogy Mike used actually a long time ago. It's, like with boxing, it's like, you don't come into the boxing gym and learn how to throw complex combinations right off the bat. You're learning just to do footwork. You won't throw a punch for 6 months, for a year, 2 years. Yeah. You're just fucking learning how to move mechanics, but
these guys are walking in the gym and they're trying to
6 punch combos,
Yeah, they're walking into the gym and they think they're like Mayweather, and they're like they've never thrown a punch. It's like
fucking shoulder.
There's only one guy in the world that perfected that style, and he's the guy doing it. Everyone else fucks it up, right?
Yeah.
You guys watch?
You're watching.
What's that?
Yeah, it was all right. He didn't look that good.
There was a Canelo fight this weekend. If you guys watched it.
Oh, was there? No.
Yeah.
Me and Paul saw a guy a few weeks or a few days ago. This guy, we haven't seen him in like a year, and this guy is like the perfect form Nazi.
Oh,
and he's got all these great new exercises, and he's all so like meticulous about his form. He fucking looks exactly the same 3 years running.
Worse. I think a little worse. I think a little bit worse for that. I think he looked a little bit smaller. I think he looked a little stringier. But his form is still perfect. Each rep.
The best is that the guys who pose like when they're doing the perfect form stuff or what they perceive to be perfect form, and you see them like they're like it's like they're acting it out like it's so good, but you know
he's very similar.
You know how to do that movement. You're like, that's not doing anything, man. They're like
they have the face.
They show people, and then the people are like, they're doing it too. Like, oh, I did the face too. I look fucked up.
You know, like two little stacks on the fucking thing. So like, trying to squeeze it like at the right angle. Like,
I've never seen that guy like grind out an exercise. I've never seen him do a compound movement. Everything's like,
bro, because the science says that training to failure is not that good. Okay.
But I think this is the thing that gets lost in translation when you watch someone like Justin train. Right? It's so slow, it's so meticulous, and so perfect, but he's progressing.
Yeah. What'd you call it? What'd you call it today, Fouad? Regressive overload training.
Oh, the
regressive overload.
The guy that we saw,
Yeah.
No, but yeah, because it's like I think that gets lost on Instagram. You can't see that he is grinding out every last rep. It just looks, when I watch Justin's training, it doesn't look overly intense, but that's just because he doesn't make the faces.
Yeah.
Right.
And plus he when he's struggling through a rep, he doesn't like, he keeps his form still, right?
Yeah.
Like Justin doesn't like use other body parts to finish a rep.
Right. That's right.
I think girls have it the worst too, because they have these fitness influencers that are girls. They make these like most basic exercises, or like the lightest weight looks so fucking insanely tough for them. So then the girl's like, I don't need to really do much because I just do this 5-pound squat. And I'm like, oh,
make a hard face.
Like,
yeah.
Like it's like after I'm like, oh my God, let's take 10 minutes between.
They perfected every variation of the squat and
it's like
back possible now too.
Still don't have a quad to speak of. Like it hasn't developed. It's just
Let's say I've seen examples in the past of coaches that have grabbed a hold of somebody who could never get in shape, for example.
Oh yeah.
And then
the thing is, you're also giving them more than just like, I'm not helping you necessarily in the gym. I'm helping you mindset wise, focus wise. I'm actually someone you're going to listen to.
Yeah.
So I've helped you because I'm now the person that is the authority that you will actually listen to what I have to say.
Yeah. And this also comes back down to the client of being coachable, you know, like if you're not coachable, you're fucking useless anyways, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, and this is something, you know, obviously part of it was probably a little bit of my ego as well. But I mean, with Chris, like, I always felt immense guilt taking any kind of credit for that, what I did with him, you know, like, cause I'm like, this guy is a genetic 0.0001%, you know, and I really didn't feel right acting in any way like I created that, you know?
I don't know if that's true. Like, this is the way I see it.
Look, obviously hindsight now, I wish I took more, you know.
Well, people
I wish I kind of attached to it more, and like, you know, and kind of like, you know, just it took part in that more, you know.
Yeah. Didn't shy away from it.
Credit's not what I'm looking at. I didn't care for credit, but just, you know, partook in that success and celebrated it with him instead of kind of just taking the step back.
Yeah.
You know, I do regret that. I'm not going to lie. But you know, I would feel silly being like, I did that, you know.
No, but I think you did it because you wanted to remain your own person. You didn't want to be Chris's coach.
Yes.
You didn't want to be known as Chris's coach. You wanted to be Iain, right? So
actually,
which is nothing but ego, to be honest, you know.
But you would deserve some credit, Iain.
Wait a minute.
That's because I can be both. You know.
I think it's the opposite of ego, personally. I think
what I meant more.
I think it's a selfless thing
No, mine was coming from a place of ego. I can tell you that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was coming from, wanting to separate myself, but not in a healthy way, like in the way that I want to be my own person and that I couldn't be that alongside him where I could be both,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul, go ahead.
But you would deserve a lot of credit, Ian, because you're one of the rare instances where you were with a guy as an amateur to Olympia level. So you're with him through all that progress. Yes. It wasn't like you came into his career at the, at the peak end of it and got him an Olympia.
No, and I get that. And, I do take some pride in that, but I also would be lying to myself to think that probably every single one of us on this podcast could have coached Chris to win Olympias,
this is the way I think of it. If I think of like my coaching history, the people I've worked with, I can look at like when I work with Hani and go, Hani did that, right?
Yeah.
I did it. I'm the one who lifted the weight, but Hani gave me the right instruction and the right way to do things.
But to look at this on the flip side, look how good Chris looked with Hani this year, with an elite level coach. Like, that's a step up. Like, look, he looked awesome in 21. That was the best we had together, which I think was a close look. But this year was definitely the best Chris. And that is because that is the best coach on the planet, arguably, But
this is my point. So I do agree with you, Mike, in a sense that, yes, the athlete is doing the work. But I do think the coach does get credit.
I just, in my opinion, it's just like no matter who the coach and no matter who the athlete, the coach should always take a step back and push the athlete forward.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I just don't mean that I don't like these coaches who grandstand and they're like, come and look at this picture. Like you guys have all seen someone who's like switched coaches like 2 weeks before a show.
Yeah.
And then the new coaches stand there like, bro, you didn't do that. All the other guys before had a say in that too. So don't put your arm around him or her and be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's these guys, that's the person I have a problem with. I don't understand that. And people who like just send out cookie cutter diets to 90 to 100 chicks and they all get the same cookie cutter, and whatever sticks you take credit for.
Yeah.
Oh, got a first place. Got a first place. I got 95 first place finishes. No, you don't, dude. Those girls do. You didn't do shit.
Yeah.
And they probably cried the whole time and told you they were starving. You said, it'll be okay.
Do I have to cut all that out, Mike?
No, I'm just gonna say it again tomorrow, so it doesn't matter.
You said it was the rant night. Go ahead.
It is the rant.
There we go.
It is the rant.
Is there something else we got to rant about?
Yeah, I saw some.
Elvis thing healed. Look at that.
I can't even see it.
I can't even see it.
What? Oh, your lip.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps that you got a beard.
Yeah, but like even if you're not shady, you can barely see it. It's like gone.
Huh. How many stitches?
Growth hormone.
How many stitches did you take?
What was it? 5 or 6? 5 or 6.
Yeah, they dissolve.
They're dissolvable. Yeah, I think some of them might still be there, but it's like they're the same color as my beard, so you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I was thinking? Why would people take Ozempic when they can take GH?
Well, it's not the same.
GH makes you hungry.
Yeah, but also
GH can actually put weight on you.
Yeah, but GH will make you lean and make you build muscle.
Just take both.
Yeah, but
if you take both, it's actually beneficial.
Why? Oh yeah, why? Well,
because one keeps you insulin sensitive, right? So
GH, and that's one of GH's side effects. Yeah,
that's right. Sorry, go ahead, Ian.
No, I was saying.
So no, because I started yesterday. I started yesterday, and it absolutely fucking blows.
Are you feeling that bad stuff?
You have that feeling in your stomach.
Good. Let Melissa hear this.
It's like an aching feeling, like you're hungry, but you're not.
Yes,
that's a feeling. Yeah.
Yes, and then so I think I'm hungry, right? So I eat this fucking big meal, and then I'm like, oh my god, my stomach's killing.
You're bloated.
Me.
Yeah, it hurts. Your stomach hurts.
That's why I told you I went to bed at like 11 o'clock last night. I normally go to bed at like 1, and I ate a meal at like 10, and then I was still kind of hungry, so I had a little bit of a snack. So
I told you that's what.
Shut up, Paul. Shut up. So I had a snack after my meal, and then my stomach was a fucking even more of a mess. And I'm like, I'm going to bed. I woke up at 2 a.m. with like basically about to throw up. And I just laid there awake for like an hour until that went away, and then I went back to sleep. Basically, what I've learned is you can't eat shit on it, or else it's going to make you even more nauseous. Like it's just not worth it. If
Don't
you
take any this weekend.
Did I tell you about splitting up, dividing your doses?
Yeah, somebody told me about doing because I'm doing 2.5 or whatever. So somebody said
you're doing what? How much are you doing?
Oh, 0.25. Sorry, 2.25.
Oh, fuck. I was like, motherfucker, you're gonna throw up right now.
No. The starting dose is 0.25.
Oh, fuck.
No. I don't plan on actually even going above that dose. I just wanted something to kind of curb my appetite a little bit.
Don't take any this weekend, Fouad. We're gonna have a couple nice dinners.
It's not about this weekend. It's a once a week. I already took it.
Oh, that's right.
I can still eat. Like I just, when we got home from the gym today, I had my post-workout meal. It was fine. You just can't. Like any reading I've done on it says basically you can't eat any greasy or really fatty foods.
I can attest to that's not true because that's all I did.
Testing that out.
This is what I'm like without Ozempic. So what is it doing here?
Well, it's curbing your appetite is all it's doing.
And it slows gastric emptying, so like you feel fuller longer, right? So
and that's good for your blood sugar too, then probably, right?
It's very good for your blood sugar. That's why it's primarily for diabetics, but they've used it on a lot of like overweight people. But it's really good for me because it's going to increase my insulin sensitivity because I'm very insulin resistant. But it's also good for me because it's going to it helps people like when, I need to lose weight, lower cholesterol, lower blood pressure, lower all that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick out this shitty stomach feeling for the next 2 weeks to see how it goes.
Yeah, it'll go away. It goes away.
Metformin was like that for the first 2 weeks for me. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited to see if it you know what? People are like, oh, why are you taking that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, man, if it helps me stop eating fucking a pizza every other day, I don't give a shit.
For sure.
Like, and then if I add some growth hormone,
you'll be huge and shredded again, Fouad. No time.
Masters Olympia coming up.
Oh, no.
Ian, I'm growing again, dude. Just from that.
Man. I don't support this.
I know, but it's the one shot a week. Ask Paul. It's like
he's getting bigger. He's getting stronger. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, do that and be all good, but you're not competing again. I don't support that.
No. He can't get on stage again.
You don't support me getting bigger though either, do you?
Not at all.
I'm fucking 280 right now.
Yeah. I want to live a long time. Get skinny.
I gained 20 pounds in ever since I started
10 days.
Ever since I started doing the microdosing.
Yeah.
I was 260.
You're heavier than me, and I'm an active, big pro bodybuilder.
I'm fucking jacked. What do you want from me?
Hyper responder, Fouad.
Hyper responder, baby.
Hyper responder.
Next week on the podcast, we'll just fill up the whole frame. Like, something's happening.
I'm telling you, man. One shot a week. Everything I fucking eat sticks. I'm just like fucking.
And the body's fucking like about time, buddy.
I know. I've been off for so long. Yeah. And my fucking my training's been great. I'm getting fucking strong again and shit.
Yeah. You're almost like your old self again. I'm on day 3 of microdosing.
Yeah, I got Paul doing it now.
Yeah, feeling good.
He's going to put on 20 pounds too.
I'm going to be huge for Saturday.
Go, you're big for the show.
But you're not a hyper.
Guest pose. I'll hang out.
Paul, you're not a hyper responder though. Won't work for you.
I'm somewhat hyper.
I'm a hypo.
That's more like it.
Yeah, so we're all going to be together Saturday. Ian, you're fucking guest posing. I'm excited to see the new look.
Yeah, I'm terrified.
What do you care?
I'm terrified to be the biggest guy.
Since the last time I guest posed at your show. It's been a long time. Man.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, but it's not for lack of anybody asking you. You just don't go?
I just usually turn them down.
Really? So I should feel special.
Yeah, because it's giving me fucking anxiety attacks, so you better feel special.
Not only did
you'll be fine.
Not only did I get Ian to guest pose, but I got him at half price.
Yeah.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, half price, full anxiety.
That's how much I like you.
Half price. Just smoke a joint, then go out. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I got you taken care of, you.
I'll come fully loaded.
All right. Well, yeah, I got something for you too.
He walks out waving at the back wall.
I feel like getting drunk is so much better than getting high for going on stage.
Oh yeah.
Oh, probably.
100%.
Be so aggressive.
Yeah. Gives you a little more like swagger than like getting high. You're just like a little lazy, you know?
Yeah.
I never went on stage drunk. I always wanted to try ever since I heard Kevin Levrone stories of like doing
my first Olympia that I came 7th, where like I performed well, looked good. That one I was backstage with what was the bikini girls? Me and Melissa were backstage with that Lauren Dannenmiller. She's like a bikini pro.
Yeah.
And we were just backstage hanging out, just fucking like pounding liquor, man.
No
I must
way.
have drank like 12 or 15 shots of vodka. Yeah.
Not before prejudge.
Before prejudge.
Really?
Friday night, yeah.
You weren't worried about your look?
It made me look better.
You were just so nervous. You're like
dries you out, yeah.
You were so
a
nervous.
little bit. I got my fucking confidence on, man. I was ready to go.
Well, what the fuck? Do it every time.
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it for guest posing because I still got 3 more weeks to go before my show.
Yeah, I'll bring a bottle for you. Don't worry. We'll do a couple shots.
A lot of women still do red wine backstage.
Oh yeah, people are drinking backstage, man. It's still a thing.
Yeah. I didn't know that was still a thing. I didn't see anybody drink.
I've seen Nick like go with the little travel bottles, just fucking hammering them backstage.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you supposed to? Do I have to cut that out? Are you allowed to say that?
I don't know. I mean, we're allowed to legally drink. We're talking about steroids. Booze are legal.
I never saw anybody drink backstage.
Really?
When I was competing. Yeah.
Oh, I'll bet you at our shows people are always drinking backstage at our shows.
I'm not talking about our show. I'm talking about when I was competing.
Oh, when you're a pro?
I'm not talking about the amateurs. I've seen amateurs drinking wine and shit. They think it's going to bring out their veins.
Remember we had someone.
I'm saying on
I didn't care about improving my look. I'm just a fucking.
Yeah, you wanted to calm down. Yeah. No, I'm talking about on the pro stage. I don't remember anybody backstage that I can think of ever drinking like before going out. But
have you ever taken anything for that, Ian? Like Ativan or anything to calm you?
Not right before stage, no.
I know.
Probably should.
I know.
It was because it was like a sublingual, like Ativan, like 2 milligrams. You'd probably just be like,
all right, well, bring me some for the guest posing. We'll try it out. We'll do a soft one.
No, Mike. I'm gonna do the liquor. Don't bring any fucking. I'm gonna
get them high.
I still gotta look good 3 weeks later if I'm counting booze.
All three of us.
I'm bringing the drugs. I'm bringing the drugs.
I'm bringing the booze.
Hey, I'll bring something different, and then we'll draw straws for which one I take.
We do all of them.
Just take all 3. Yeah.
Okay. Uppers, downers, lefters, righters.
I got some shrooms too. I can bring.
Take all 3 and walk out with a smoke, and you'll be like,
"Oh man, that'd be the best guest posing ever."
Can I smoke on stage?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You do what you want. Yeah,
do whatever you want.
That'd be fucking amazing. He just doesn't walk out. He just flicks a cigarette and it falls it out.
Oh, that would be good.
All right.
If I would get scorched online, I would certainly come out with a smoke.
Yeah, but think about the press. It would be the fucking topic for like 2 weeks. Ian smoked on stage.
Would be good.
You could do like
then fucking Demoria reaches out the next day. They're like, "We want to sign you."
For sure. Yeah.
It'd be worth it.
250,000 a year.
You know what, Ian? I think with your fan base, it would be good.
I think it would fly. Yeah.
Because your fan base loves you because you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So it would just be like, look, this guy doesn't even care. He's smoking on stage.
Yeah. Ian doesn't give a fuck. You could smoke on like Andrew Dice Clay. Like around your head.
All right. So the guest posing, and then we have the podcast. And then I'm excited for Kevin. Is it Kevin
I got an idea. No, we need when
what?
Like in like WWE and stuff where they have it like backstage and the cameras like follow them out.
Yeah.
You have me just like sitting in a chair, like drinking my booze, smoking my dart. And then I pass the dart, get up, pump up a bit, and just
take your shirt off and walk out. All right, and
the people on the screen just see me like smoking darts, like, ah!
Yeah.
We can set that. We can set that.
Just high fiving everyone way too hard when you walk by.
I'll do that for sure. Yeah.
What the fuck? Is it Kevin Hamden or Hamden?
Yeah,
Hamden. So he's a mentalist. He's going to be doing some mind tricks with people. It's pretty cool. I don't know. It's kind of a toss up. I was like, so he's going to be doing some stuff with us after the podcast or kind of during the podcast. And then he was going to do some stuff at the night show. It's kind of a toss up whether I think it's going to work or not. I don't know if people want the show to be interrupted, right? But I think he's going to be exciting and entertaining. So I think
you can also have him like fucking like in the lobby. You know what I mean? Just chilling out, freaking.
No, I want him to do. I thought it'd be cool if he came out with us. Kind of.
Yeah, for sure, because he's got to fuck with Paul.
Well, I wanted to. Yeah.
I want to see Paul's reaction to some of this shit.
Oh fuck!
He's not doing shit to me again. I got enough juju from that dude. He fucking terrified me.
Paul is the biggest skeptic, so
Yeah.
it's going to be hilarious to watch it. Yeah,
I've been speaking to Kevin through email. I told him I'm excited. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting him. But yeah,
I think you're a fraud, sir.
We're gonna do some digging. We're gonna see what we can find here.
Paul doesn't believe anything ever.
I am skeptic.
I didn't either until he did it to me, and I was like, and then I couldn't. I was like, what the fuck was that? I don't believe in any of that shit.
I watched the video, you and Antoine. So you didn't feel nothing.
This guy, Mike.
Yeah, he did. I had him come to Pier.
Mike's someone who introduced me to him.
He touched me, but I swear to God, he touched my nose and he touched my forehead.
But he didn't.
Here, let me show people what the fuck we're talking about here. So
you weren't in on this at all, Mike.
Swear to God, nothing.
Paul doesn't believe.
And he came in. Sure. And he came in the gym and he trained with me. And then after he got in his back in his outfit, or whatever, and we literally stood at the front, and I just grabbed people. Like no one knew who the fuck he was. I was like, he did Johnny Shreve. I was like, Johnny, come here, and he fucking picked the song out of Johnny's head, and fucking this other girl Britt, and he did fucking shit to Noah.
Guys,
really?
let's play this.
So
let's play this real quick. You can watch it. Here, let me just turn the sound up.
You can't hear me because you didn't mic me.
2, 1, close your eyes now. Mike, in a moment, you might feel me touch you. If you feel me touch you, don't say anything. Just remember anything that you might feel. Imagine for one moment. Open up your eyes. Yes or no, did you feel me touch you? Yep. Did you feel me touch you on 2 different spots? Yep. Where was the first spot you felt a touch? Tip of your nose. How many times? Once or once or twice, or just once?
Well, 2 flicks.
Interesting.
Lower on the tire.
And where was the other one?
Above my tip of my nose.
Like here-ish?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
See, I never touched you. I touched him on the nose and then the head. 3?
I swear to God, I wasn't looking at anything.
It would have been better.
What did you feel?
It would have been better if he.
I literally felt him do that, and then I felt this.
What, were you expecting that or something?
No. He was. It sounded like he was still beside me when he was talking to me, so I thought he touched me, and he said, "Don't say anything." So I'm like, "All right." And then when I opened my eyes, he's standing by Antoine. So I was like, "What the fuck?"
Here, let's watch one more. This is Johnny Shreve.
So if I were to think of a number in my head, he's going to tell me what the number is.
Wait.
Yeah, watch. I'll do it.
Standout song, that's the song that means something the most to you, okay? I want you to imagine it painted right here. Imagine you're reading it. Imagine you now listening to it, hearing it in your head, okay? If I could guess this, would this blow you away? Yeah? Just the song, think of it. Don't Stop Believing.
Holy Shut the up. Get out of here, man. What was this guy?
Whatever that is,
but the thing is, he told him before that, he said, he's like there's like a website you can go to. He's like, write the name of any song you want in there and the lyrics will pop up. And he's like, look at it. And then he's like, pick a word out of all the lyrics that have nothing to do with the title of the song. He's like, and then put it away and put it in your pocket. And then he did that. And then he went up to me. He's like, what was the word? And he's like, you had a word. And he let me go something. And it was the something. Like he picked everything out. It was crazy, bro. And he also he didn't show it in the fucking video, but he levitates a card. So he put a stack of cards on the ground, and the person's card that he picked was like shuffled in it. He put his hand over it, like this high over the fucking thing, like that, and the card lifted up and flicked out. Like it literally shot.
So Mike, watch. Can I tell you something? You guys don't know Paul as well as I do. The face he has right now means
pure skepticism.
It just says bullshit.
No, it doesn't say bullshit. It doesn't. I'm just trying to.
I thought it was too. I had him there because I was trying to fucking show that he didn't know anything.
Listen, if Brandon, if you're watching this, I want you to go back and zoom in on Paul's face. It's such a whatever you're saying is complete bullshit.
I can't wait for this guy to just fucking absolutely stun Paul.
Yeah, I want to fuck with Paul the most.
Hey, I have my mind's very open. I'm very.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
I want to be convinced.
Wait.
I want you to bring one fist up, anyone you want, in a fist. Good. Keep that tight. If I touch you, I give you full permission to punch me right in the jaw, and everybody knows that will knock me out. Okay. Squeeze that tight. Okay. I'm going to draw a little X right in my hand. Okay? Some people, they feel a burning, a tingling. Some people don't know what they feel, but they feel something in their palm. Tell me if you feel this. Some people feel a burning, a tingling. Do you feel anything at all? Nothing? Because we can get it right off. I never touched you. Because if I did, you would have hit me. See, it comes right off. You didn't feel anything, did you? Open up your hand, have a look. Let's see, let's see.
Oh. That's honestly the only one where I think I know how he did it.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Was the X? Yeah. I didn't see that. Was the X there when you had your, or did he put it there?
Yeah, it was in my hand. No, so this is what happens is he tells you to put your hands up, and he grabs both your hands. And I've seen this. I've had this done to me before, so I felt like a finger touch, like one of his fingers, like touched me, like purposefully in my fucking palm. But I still don't know how he transferred it to my hand because it was permanent marker that took 3 days to come off with washing my hand. Yeah, it's 3 days. It was the imprint was still there. Like it wasn't like rub, like you could like dab your finger and like make a mark.
What do you think, Paul?
Like,
how do you
like
do
a
it?
Sharpie or something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, he never touched me to that point. All he did was when I put my hands up, I put my hands up like this, and he turned them over.
That's right.
So if he the most he did was touch my finger, like inside of my palm with a finger. So that's what I'm saying. If he could imprint it like he had something on his finger and dotted me. Yeah. But then I tried to rub that fucker off, and when I washed my hands in showers, it was still there for 3 days.
Can you see his hands before he touches you?
No, he holds his hands up and then he draws an X on it. They're empty.
This is the best. Paul is like,
I'm telling you, Paul. I was doing
the
same thing. I was doing the same thing you're doing. I'm trying to and then I was trying to do everything, and I was just at the end. I was like, "Fuck this! I don't know."
The look on your face is I could see you.
I'm curious, Fouad.
He made this Mexican girl in the gym who was watching. She screamed. She's like, "Ah!" and she left.
Yeah.
She was like,
"Okay, one more.
Well, what do you think of it, Fouad?
I think it's I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. I'm just entertained by it.
Like they're obviously tricks, but how they do it is so smart, you know?
Yeah.
Kevin Hamden, I'm a mentalist and psychological illusionist. Essentially, my job is to get inside people's heads.
I don't think this is just a preview.
Mentalism is about anticipating thoughts and reading.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
So, like, Brit.
Now, out of anything in the world, there's one thing in your mind that stands out that if I were to guess, would prove to you this is real. So whatever that is, just think of it. Think of if it's one word, 2 words. Think of how it makes you feel, okay? In your mind, imagine we can communicate on a mental level, okay? In your mind, just imagine we can communicate. In your head, say it to me. Interesting. I've got a lot of feelings here in my chest. This is a lot of love. I feel like you thought of this to see, really, can he really know that I have a twin sister? Because that's exactly what you're thinking of. Twin sister.
Bro, so what he did before that is he told her, he's like, go on Google and search, and in the search bar on Google, type in like an important person to you, and then hit enter, and then put the phone in your pocket. And then he was like, tell me da 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 da. So I don't know if he's doing shit with the phone, right? He's like grabbing information off phones because he does a lot of shit with phones. But I don't know how he would do that because he doesn't look at his phone the whole fucking time. He doesn't have an earpiece in for someone to feed him information who has access to that. It's weird, man. Well, she's got a twin sister.
I want to hear Paul's. Well, go ahead, tell me. Tell me what you're thinking.
There's a trap door.
Well, I'm just very curious to see it for myself.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, it will be good. I'm excited to see it. I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, so my rant was about, and I'm probably gonna get roasted for this, but I have to. I don't care.
Makes a fitfluencer a fitfluencer.
I already hate
Is it just about a 6-pack?
That's not a 6-pack. She's fat.
A 12-pack to detox for days? Perfecting your selfie or inspirational quote?
Hustle for that muscle.
15 million followers and 15% off promo codes? Nah. Being a fitfluencer is just getting up and showing up. Trying again the next day?
No, not.
Does it make you want to join the gym for it?
No, it's not. It's not.
Terrible. Good life.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not just about showing up. This is my ultimate fucking pet peeve. Just fucking show up. That's good enough.
Show up and do nothing.
How about we just ask less of people? Just show up. Just show up.
Show up and do nothing. It'll be fun.
Doesn't matter.
I want you to see this girl at the gym who comes to the gym I go to. I won't say the name. She brings 4 outfits every day. And she rotates the outfits the whole time she's there.
It's a full-time job.
Takes pictures. It doesn't do shit. Like at all.
Trying to get the whole week's worth of content in one day. You know?
Why do people? It's not like. What the fuck, man? First of all, it's not okay to be an influencer if you're not in shape. What are you influencing? Like, what's the point of that? Like, the second thing is like, it's not okay to just fucking show up.
Influencer, especially, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Influencer of some kind if you're not in shape.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, you're right. That's what I meant. That's what I meant.
That's your ideal member, though, if you're Good Life.
Yes.
You know, that's your inconsistent member who goes for 2 months and then takes 10 months off.
It's fine, but why does everybody want to see themselves? Yeah. Like the whole point of fucking an influencer is that they're better than you. Why are they
just the whole society's celebrating mediocrity, right? So you're still great even though you're mediocre.
Yeah, the bar has been lowered now so far.
But to me, it's not even about the way she looks. It's just the whole thought process of just show up.
Even the way she thinks is mediocre. It's like I'm not dedicated, but I want to do this. And if I go, I mean, it's like
as long as I went there,
bullshit attitude.
As long as I went there, it was good enough.
But if you're Good Life, you're like, hey, we're the place for you.
Show up, get our membership, and don't ever come back so our equipment can stay fresh.
Yeah. Right, exactly. You don't beat up our equipment.
And you can't cancel unless you show up to do it.
Yeah. She buys a sugar-free treat on her way out every day.
And Movati gave me such a hard time with that. Because I was in Florida, right? And I was like, man, I've been paying for a fucking $100 a month Movati membership for fucking 2 years. So I'm like, I'm not going to be back in Canada for a while. So I called Movati. I'm like, explain the situation. And they're like, no, you have to come in person. I'm like, yeah, I literally don't live in the country and I'm not planning on coming back anytime soon. Is there some way we can do this? And they're like, no, not really, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, you need to actually come in. I'm like, so you're telling me you want me to get on a plane, fly back to Canada, to Ottawa, to cancel membership? That's what you're saying. You want me to spend $500 on flights to cancel my membership? This is insanity.
It's cheaper just to keep the membership.
It's just cheaper to keep at that point, and that's what they're trying to cost.
Yeah.
So there was a gym chain. There was a gym chain I worked for back in the day that were made nameless. That used to, like, on slow months and shit like that. This is like beside the point. They used to run credit cards to put through more charges. Really? So they have your credit card on file. They got in shit for this. That's why they're no longer a fucking club. But they were like, so slow months to get their personal training sales up or whatever is up. They'd fucking run a credit card and see if you noticed. And if you bitched and called, like, blah, blah, oh, you got to come in.
Sorry.
Yeah. You got to come in. We don't know what we don't know. And you'd have to go through the whole process again. And they try and sell you then, even though they just robbed you.
Wow. Jeez.
It took me 4 fucking tries to cancel my Good Life membership.
Yeah.
I had to call, then I had to go in, then I had to call again. And then we forgot. And then I had to go back in. And finally they fucking canceled it. All for fucking mediocre fucking physiques.
Yeah. Gyms are notorious too for when you cancel, keeps taking money out of your account. You got to watch.
That's what Good Life did. That's what Good Life did.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought I canceled. They're like, oh, we must have mistook something.
Yeah. Our bad.
They all do it.
They don't care.
I don't know. I just saw that fucking commercial yesterday. I was like, I gotta fucking talk to these guys, see if they're as annoyed as I am. Is it just me, or do you guys like? I don't know.
Well, remember, Fouad, I've always got a bone to pick with Good Life. But remember that we had the best gym ever in Windsor here, the old Central. They bought it and turned it into shit.
Yeah, they bought it. They got rid of all the old school equipment. They put all the Star Trek shit in there.
Cheap shit.
Yeah, and Anyway, okay, what's going on, Mike? Anything good this week?
No, I've already said my piece. I said my pieces.
Have you watched this new show, Silo?
I started watching that.
No, but I saw it.
It was okay. I was kind of going in and out of paying attention. It was pretty cool, though.
There's 2 episodes. It's cool. You guys should watch it. You would like it for sure. Yeah, I think Paul would like it too.
Well, what's it about?
I don't know. We can pull. Can we watch the trailer?
We have I'm probably gonna get fucking screwed on it.
Okay, then I'll explain it. I'll explain it. It's just like in the future-ish kind of, and they're all living in some kind of big underground silo bunker, and they think the world outside of it is like uninhabitable, poisonous, whatever. But all their history has been erased by we don't really know who. and like having old technology is like very illegal. So people don't really ask questions, but they're all living in this big fucking silo. And yeah, you're learning how they got there and who's actually keeping them there, and is the world outside actually dangerous, or are they just making you think that? And it's good. Good cast too, really good cast.
Netflix.
I wonder.
Apple.
Oh.
Apple, yeah.
I wonder if it will subliminally make people buy more Silo from Hosstile.
Ah,
Could be a
Yeah.
could be
Make
a good
sure you
thing.
watch that show.
yeah, it's a great
You got
movie.
the mad face with Apple there.
Silo.
No, I haven't seen that. I was watching.
It's good, though. It's really good. Yeah.
I've just finished Godfather of Harlem. Somebody from the podcast, one of the fans, actually messaged me and said, if you like American Gangster, watch Godfather of Harlem. So I started it and I couldn't fucking stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
What's
guys
that
have
on?
you seen it?
No.
It's on
Nobody.
Prime?
Nobody.
I've seen the first. I've seen the first
It's
season or so.
It's on Disney.
Hmm.
It's Forrest
Godfather of Harlem?
Whitaker plays Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah,
Force Maker's good.
And it's pretty good. It goes through some of the, there's some woke shit in there, but overall it's really good.
yeah. It's around New York, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the story of Bumpy Johnson and Frank Lewis.
Watch Silo, those 2 episodes. Let me know what you think.
I'm gonna for sure. I need something new to watch because
And Citadel, but I like Silo better than Citadel.
Oh, I've seen that.
Have any of you watched Ted Lasso yet, or am I the only nerd that watches that show?
I got to pick it up again to it. I watched like
I didn't
3/4 of the first season.
What's it about?
Ted Lasso?
It's a good
Yeah.
show.
It's an
The guy that
American,
goes over to coach a British soccer team.
American
Yeah.
guy that moves to the UK to coach soccer, but he knows absolutely nothing about soccer.
You like Will Ferrell, Mike? You probably like it.
I like that guy in the, what's his name, the star?
Jason Sudeikis. Yeah. He's
So
good.
I've just been into wanting to watch like sci-fi-ish kind of stuff, like,
It's because you're on trend.
post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Yeah, maybe.
You're on trend.
I don't have the attention span to watch like.
I'm serious.
I don't have the attention span to watch like real
Losing
life
it, man.
Like real life dramas just like can't cut it for me right now. I need more crazy shit. You know?
Listen,
Yeah.
when you're on fucking trend and you're 4 weeks out or 5 weeks out, whatever it is, your attention span is so fucking short.
Yeah.
You can't. First of all, I have no sense of humor when I'm 5 weeks out. Like,
Yeah.
if they're like, I remember like good comedies would come out with like Will Ferrell. I would wait until the show was over
Yeah, you can't appreciate it.
because I didn't want to. Because I tried watching one like 2 or 3 weeks out, and I didn't laugh at all. I'm like,
No, you're
this
too
is-
angry.
Stupid.
No, I used to do that too when I was
I
on
did.
It's nonsense.
No,
Yeah.
that's how I was, Mike. I'd be like, what is this stupid shit? Who's fucking watches
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
So I don't know, Ian, if you lose your sense of humor at all, but like I can't. My attention.
I
span
just
is real short.
lose my attention span. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs to be
Yeah.
something that's like pretty enthralling to keep me in it.
Yeah. No, what else am I watching? Anything else good right now?
I just watched that Richard Jewell movie you guys told me to watch. It was good.
Richard Jewell is a good movie. That
And I also watched Tetris. That was very good too.
Tetris
it
was
is.
really good.
Mm.
Mike, what are you watching? Anything good?
Succession.
Oh, yeah.
I've been thinking about. I keep seeing that come up. I've been thinking about watching it. Is it good?
Yeah, I'm on the third season. It's pretty good.
How many seasons is there?
I'm not sure. I think there's like 4. I think there's one on now, or there was recently on one. I'm not sure, but it's good.
Who else? Okay. Aside from Ian, do either of you other two enjoy eating while watching good TV?
Yeah, it's a must.
Yeah.
It's a must, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I like to see.
makes it more
I like to
enjoyable.
see-
if you have the popcorn, fucking peanut M&Ms or something for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I
so
like to
you're
see Guardians of the
You do that,
Galaxy
Ian?
on Saturday.
I didn't think you did that.
I don't, but I would like to.
I would enjoy that.
I know it's enjoyable. I don't do
I
it,
would
but I know
probably
it's-
like to do. I'd probably like to do heroin too. I just choose not to. Do it.
Crack looks fun.
I know I would like it. And that's probably why I don't do it.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I watched Wolf of Wall Street and they smoke crack in it, and I was like, man, maybe I should give that a whirl because that looks
Yeah,
so
make it look
fucking
really
fun.
good.
They're also
Wall
successful.
Street, I'm like, man, I need to get some Quaaludes. Like, where the fuck did you get this shit?
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, I was just. That's part of the catch-22 for me because whenever I'm watching anything I really like to watch, like if I get really involved in a series, I want to snack while I watch that thing.
I watch too many shows. I'd be fucking 700 pounds of fat if I did that.
Welcome to my world.
Welcome to Ozempic life. Problem solved.
I don't even want to take this shit, but if it makes me healthy, then fuck it, whatever.
Yeah, I think it'd be good intervention for you, Fouad.
I can't be 280 pounds, man. I gotta get down to like 220.
Yeah.
I can't be fucking 45 years old walking around 280. It feels really good in the gym though. My workouts have been great. But
making me feel really bad about being 313 right now.
Yeah, but you're like 6. You're 6'2".
Like awful right now.
How tall are you? 6'1"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what is it? 8 pounds an inch?
Yeah, and you're broad in the shoulders. You're like a big frame.
So you're
yeah,
like,
you got a big frame.
Oh, 5'9", 10, 11, 12. No, 10, 11.
There's no 5'12", bro.
I know. I just think
secret.
10, 11, 1. So 3 inches. So 24.
He's 6 foot now, man. 5'12".
So 24 pounds. That's almost exact. So you guys are equally as fat.
We're equally as fat. There you go.
Yeah.
See, we're fine. But it's his fault because he's my fucking enabler now. Every time I'm hungry, I'm like, hey, last time I messaged him, I'm like, hey, Mike, I'm like, I feel like eating a pizza. He's like, you deserve it, man.
Yeah. I try to talk it. Now you know who to message every time you're going to feel
I know,
like
because
like, yeah, you've had a long day, man. Let's do it.
You earned it.
That's fucking funny. All right. Summer doesn't help either. I said to her the other day, I'm like, look, man, I really got to like get a hold of this shit. And she looks at me and she goes, you were strict for a long time. You should just enjoy yourself. I'm like, this is not.
Argument over.
I'm like, that's not what you should be saying, but all right. Okay, let's do some questions. What do we got here? Anything good? 200 something questions. There's got to be something good in here.
Holy fuck.
Better, most muscular, Marcus Rule or Ronnie Coleman?
Oh, Ronnie.
Marcus Rule.
Yeah, Ronnie. Marcus Rule's freaky as fuck though.
Yeah, I used to love Marcus Rule.
Mark, obviously Ronnie.
If we got to give Marcus one pose, it's got to be that.
Yeah.
Well, they did it. They did the 2000 what year they had the challenge round. They did a most muscular against each other. Who won the shot?
Hey, did you guys? Sorry, Ian. Did you guys see that Marcus Rule had his own KFC
sponsored by a fast food company?
KFC, man.
He what? He bought a KFC?
He had his own bucket.
Oh, really?
Yeah, check this out.
The fuck do you swing that?
Oh man, he's the shit. I'm so jealous. I want my own bucket. Look, he's signing a bucket, right? Check this out. He's cooking the chicken.
What the fuck? What translate? Do see translate?
He's eating the chicken.
Look at he's holding the chicken. Most muscular.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good.
What the hell?
Good job, Marcus.
Yeah.
See translation. It was a blast. Thanks to all the fans and friends who were at the fan meeting at KFC on 2.5.
Okay, so we just did a fan meetup, but still, that's amazing.
Yeah, but they let him cook the chicken and they gave him a
what a cool fucking KFC that they're giving pro bodybuilders space to meet up there.
For sure.
Marcus is still jacked. He looks like he still weighs 300 pounds.
Look, he just got the whole bucket in his hand. I love it.
Look
He's
how
got the
big
whole bucket there.
Look at the size of this fucker, right?
Yeah, he's still huge.
How much do you think Marcus weighs? Let's take guesses.
He looks like he's 290, 300.
Yeah.
285. I'm say 310.
Yeah.
Oh.
How old is Marcus now? He's got to be 50 at least.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't have no tile floors in his kitchen.
He's got my foot problem, eh? That's why I'm losing my legs. That's why I'm losing my legs in my old age. And my calves. Jeez, my calves.
Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Yeah, Ian, you're.
I don't even know what you're talking about, but I think it's hilarious.
Oh, it was the other podcast with Guy and Sergio. I forgot.
How do we get on that? Oh,
this motherfucker's got like bunions or some shit.
Okay, I got this reoccurring callus,
and he blames it on his tiles in his kitchen. And I'm like,
my wife changed the tiles, and my wife changed the floors in our kitchen a couple years ago. Put these tile floors in, and ever since I got this reoccurring thing on my left foot, right below my pinky toe. Someone messaged me today, by the way, Fouad, said it might be a clogged sweat gland, which I'm going to ask my foot doctor about. But it's from the tile floors. If you Google it, there's an actual thing. Talks about tile foot.
Tile foot.
There's a thing about it.
That's got to be your new nickname. Hey, tile foot.
No, I don't know if it's actually called
Lauzon.
No, I don't know if they actually call it tile foot, but there's a thing about people walking on tiles.
Yeah. Mike, you got to make a shirt, dude. You got to make a shirt.
Good old tile foot over there.
It's destroyed my foot. I got to get this thing dug out of my foot every 2 months.
Oh my God.
No, there's no tile foot.
Yeah, can tiles cause foot pain?
As a result, your feet, your ankles, and knees too can take a real beating, causing the type of discomfort you're experiencing. Also, if the tile is slick, your foot may be fighting to secure some traction. That's for foot pain.
So look up foot problems, tile floors.
Tiles can be a pain in the foot.
Hmm?
Oh, that's way too long.
I'm 71 and my wife is 68.
I want to pay Google that when you search tile foot from now on, Paul's face pops up. It's the first image that pops up.
Wait.
Oh my God, there we go.
Our tile floor is bad for your feet. Foot pain. If you have one of the following conditions, you may be at risk for developing foot pain from walking on a tile floor.
Oh, wait. Okay, so it's a chicken. That's
exactly.
That's what I told them.
You already had it, and the floor is making it worse.
That's what I told
never
them.
had it until we got.
But that's what it's saying. If you have a pre-existing condition, the tiles can make it worse. Yeah.
But tiles caused it and made it worse and continue it.
No.
I didn't have it before the tiles. Swear to God.
He's like, the tiles caused it and they made it worse. and they continued it.
It did. I'm telling you, I didn't have this problem at all before we got these floors.
It was there in the recesses of your foot, and the tiles just brought it out.
That's what I tried to say to him.
My foot was perfect before we got these tile floors. I had plantar fascia once or twice, but that was the other foot.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's every 2 months I gotta go to the foot doctor.
Tile foot.
Taken care of.
Tile foot.
Who's stronger, Dallas, Luke, or James? Squat, bench, deadlift. I'm gonna say James.
Yeah, maybe squatting Dallas, but deadlift and bench probably.
Dallas had a big deadlift, didn't he?
James has squatted like fucking 9 plates or some shit for reps.
I mean, I've seen Dallas on the Smith machine put like 8 plates on there and fucking bury it like it was nothing for reps.
Yeah, but James has done that with free weight.
Yeah, they're both pretty heavy squatters. I think James is definitely a bigger bencher.
It's great. You know what's crazy about James though? When I watch him lift, there are other people that are as strong.
It looks so fucking easy.
It's like, I don't want to say as strong. Maybe they're close to as strong or whatever. It doesn't look like, it looks effortless for him.
Yeah.
That's true strength, like you gotta be real fucking strong to make that shit look easy,
I never see him look like he's struggling to lift the weight. It's crazy.
And he's got like no injuries either, right? To speak of?
No.
Like never had anything wrong before?
I never have either.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, no, sorry. I mean,
if a genie could grant you the Olympia crown 5 times in a row, but you lose your best friend or training partner, never speak or see them ever again, would you? Yes.
See you, Fouad.
Bye. Bye, Paul. Hello, Sandow.
I'll make new best friends. I'm fucking rich.
Yeah.
Fucking Mr. Olympia, man. I got all the friends I want.
Try and repair the relationship after, or no?
Yeah, I could have 5. I could have 5 of you with all those titles.
That's what I'm saying. I just fucking.
Yeah.
Would you, Mike? I think we're all going to say no, obviously, right?
Yeah, I don't think I would.
What's going on, guys? If you haven't checked out hostile.com yet, you haven't checked out our merch, or you haven't checked out our supplements, get to hostile.com today. Use code RBP and get 10% off your order. I'm going to show you guys where you can pick this up. If you just go to hostile.com and you go to brandware, it'll bring you to this page. And, if you click on for him, it's all broken down for you: bottoms, hoodies, tanks, raglans, and t-shirts. So if you do this, just scroll down. We have some oversized stuff in stock. We have the originals, some more oversized. We have some of the podcast tees, and the list goes on. The flannels are awesome. Everybody loves them. Some of our newer stuff here. And this is the Real Bodybuilding t-shirt that I'm wearing, and a couple of women's tees as well. So guys, there's a lot of stuff. Now, if you go to accessories, we also have lifting gear. We have flags for your gym or for your bedroom, towels. This is an ebook that I've created. And of course, the best supplements in the game, Hostility, Bloodshot, are the 2 best in my opinion. And it doesn't really get any better. Guys, get to hostile.com. Check out all our cool shit. Check out our merch. Check out the best supplements in the game. It's not a trick. Don't get fooled drinking flavored water. Get some Hostility, get some Bloodshot, use code RBP, and save on your order. Support the brand, support the podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of fitness women, IFBB female competitors focus more on erotic, pornographic material rather than actually fitness and training itself. What do you think about this?
Sex sells.
No shit.
Sex sells.
No
Yep.
shit.
Fuck, man.
These girls are trying to get paid, bruh.
Yeah,
think if you-
OnlyFans.
I think if you can do OnlyFans and make $50,000 a month, if I could show my fucking ass and make 50
Well,
grand a month,
this is the thing. This is the
Go
thing
ahead.
is that the fucking schmoes, like the people that are saying these are the people paying for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can sit there and complain, but all these dudes are the ones that are making them 50K a month. So it's like it's not their fault if you subscribe, you know?
Yeah. Or they people are going to pay for it.
what I will say,
Like, look, I wouldn't be happy if my daughter did it, but I'm not going to hate on anyone that does it.
just to kind of like make a point, there's not a lot of money in women's bodybuilding. There's not a lot of money in women's bodybuilding. There's not a lot of money in women's physique sports. I don't know how much money is in bikini or wellness, but like the competition checks aren't, they're not enough to live off of or anything. And sponsorships are not as big as bodybuilding sponsorships.
No, like the girls that
So-
are winning the Olympias are getting like 4, 5, 6K a month contracts. You know,
Yeah,
like it's
girls, and that's who's winning the Olympia. Most women, when I say most, I'm talking about like 90 to 95%.
at most, you know.
Most of them have to work another job.
Oh yeah.
So some of them inevitably are like, well, fuck it. I can do OnlyFans and make the money and then still bodybuild on the side.
Yep.
But most of them are coaches or they have something else going on, you know?
Well, women's bodybuilding's been making a bit of a comeback lately too.
You think so?
Yeah, it has been. More and more shows are adding it again, and it seems to be going in the right direction where the women are going back towards that older look, like the era before they got a little too freaky. It seems to be heading in a better direction.
Have you
right
seen
now.
this chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Right. She's crazy. Yeah.
Cartoon, man. I've seen her in person. Yeah.
My God. The fuck is that?
What is her name
What's her
again?
name?
What's the name?
Collie.
All the
K-O. Yeah.
That's it.
Unbelievable.
She reached out.
Just stupid.
She reached out to us, but she's overseas. So I was like, I don't know if, but she's got a crazy physique, man.
Like that. Yeah, that shot. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking shape. Guys would kill to look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's nuts. But, and I don't know, I'm sure I might get some hate for this, but I'm not saying anything definitively, just a question. What do you guys think would happen to the sport if they just did what they wanted to do, which was eliminate female bodybuilding and just kept women's physique?
Well, they did that for a while.
I know. Why didn't they stay on that path? Because that's
Like, why did they bring it back?
Yeah, like
Well,
why?
Because Buddy, who bought the Olympia, is a big.
He was into. Yeah, he's big into women's bodybuilding.
Yeah, but I think it's
Big,
taken the right direction at least. It seems to be at least.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Paul. That's kind of why I brought it up. You're saying it's taking the right direction. The direction you're talking about is already the way women's physique was going.
But there is a difference when I see the shows. Like women's physique is
What's the difference as a judge?
they're smaller.
So it's the same thing but smaller.
Yeah. And a little bit more emphasis on just like classic physique for men. There's a little bit more of an emphasis on like the beauty of the physique and the flow of the physique and the presentation of the physique.
So then why have figure? Are we just creating classes for nothing?
Well, figure, like to me at least, figure is a little bit more structure based. Like you're looking for that like perfect kind of X-shaped silhouette.
I know, but look at look at what we're doing. Just think about what we're doing.
Splitting hairs.
Yeah, it's like, look, you got bikini, wellness, obvious differences. Then you have wellness, women's physique, obvious difference. Then you have women's physique, figure, bodybuilding. It's like they're all
like 212 bodybuilding, same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You wanted to drop that one so bad. Just brewing that one.
He's like, now's my chance.
I got it. 212. 212.
But it's 3. It's not 2. At least if it was 2, I'd be like, okay, there's bodybuilding And there's women's physique or figure, right? But they have like figure, women's physique, bodybuilding. It's like they're all just a little smaller versions.
Yeah. I know.
They're all a little smaller versions of each other.
I get it, but from a business standpoint, you're trying to draw more people into the sport, I think.
But I don't think anybody would stop. I think the figure girls would just do physique.
I think, and let me know if you agree with this, Paul. I think figure is going a little bit way of the dodo bird.
Yeah,
they seem to be one of the. The last couple of years,
they're either going to wellness or bikini, or they're going up, which is less common. But even if you look at the Olympia level, and it's because there's no prominent superstars at the Olympia level. Like there's no Chris Bumsteads, there's no there's no one in there. There's no bikini, like the big names of bikini. There's no like the big girls in wellness. Figure.
Well, there was Shanique Grant was big for a little while, and then she retired.
But she was doing women's physique.
Physique.
Oh, she was physique. You're right.
I'm sorry,
you're right. She did do figure initially, but she wasn't like winning the Olympia or anything. And then she transitioned, won the Olympia in physique.
You're right.
You have Sid Gillian, but like these are people that are very small on social media. There's the girls aren't these big figures like in some of the other classes, and it's such a trickle down effect with the popularity of the classes. Like let's be serious. Classic physique is popular for a large percentage because of Chris and Ramon and Urs and these guys,
Yeah,
can I just state this one?
Yeah, no, go ahead, Fouad.
I think it's also where people fit. Like classic is popular, yes.
I agree, but
let me finish. Let me finish for 1 sec. So it's popular because of Chris, obviously, but it's also popular because guys fit there, right?
Absolutely.
Before they get too big. The thing I was saying about the women though is most women have thicker lower bodies. So they're like, oh, well, I don't have a great back. I don't have great shoulders, but I have a thicker lower body. I can do wellness.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, also
figure needs to be like perfectly balanced.
Yeah, but also the larger legs butt thing is a trendy thing that has come into popularity recently.
Yes.
That wellness filled the gap with.
Yes.
And then a lot of these, women that were competing in divisions that had that look already in like South America and stuff like that, it was a place for them to fill.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
I think if you had someone, of the popularity of like Jen Dory or Laura Lee or the girls that are doing, wellness like Francielle or these girls in figure, I think it would make a resurgence. But there's no one in that class that is super duper popular.
I don't see it, Ian.
I do. I think it's a very good class, and I think it's a great middle ground of muscularity and femininity. But I think it's just there's no one. I don't mean this to insult the girls that are at the top. I think there's some great competitors, but there's no one that is big and really pushing that class down.
I think it's the combination of the two.
I agree, but I'm saying
the bikini
this is
girls
definitely aiding in the diminishing of the class.
Yeah, the bikini girls are popular because a lot of girls that don't have muscle are like, oh, I can do bikini. I fit.
Yeah, but look at 10 years ago when you had Nicole Wilkins, Aaron Stern. Obviously the look has changed a bit, but even when you got into having
but there was no wellness.
No,
that's why, right?
But I'm saying there was still lots of people in the class, so people like the look, but it's just the popularity, and there was also girls that were inspiring that class.
I think I
agree with you. It is both, absolutely. There's not just one answer to these things.
No. I understand. I like the discussion, and it's like, how many times have you been in the gym and seen a girl with like a thicker lower body and she's been like, I think I'd be good for wellness. And I'm like, maybe, but it's just most girls are just, bottom heavy. It's just part of having more estrogen, right?
And like
yes and no, because being bottom heavy from estrogen, progesterone isn't muscle mass.
I understand that. No, I understand that.
A lot of them are going to diet down and be wildly disappointed with
that happens. But what I'm saying is they think they can do that class. So I think a lot of girls start training for it.
But I think a lot of them want to do that class because
it's also popular.
It's very popular. That look of having thick legs and a thick butt is just the thing right now. The centaur look is popular,
Yeah.
You know what I see happening with wellness, from my point of view, the last couple of years of judging the shows, it started out where you're getting bottom heavy women who are more muscular in the lower bodies and the upper bodies. And there was a pretty big disparity between upper and lower body at that time. Now their upper bodies are getting bigger now too, where that disparity is evening out. So they're almost like the women's wellness is approaching, some of these girls are approaching women's physique type muscularity.
I was going to ask you that. Like, I'm not going to name any names, but I saw a couple girls. I'm like, that girl could win in physique.
Yeah. At least in figure. They could definitely stand up with figure girls. That's for sure.
But I'm saying these girls are not wanting to go to figure because the look isn't as popular and because there's no people that they really are emulating at the upper levels.
I think Ian makes a good point because, like, you know, like with every category, you have your Mr. Olympia, your Miss Olympia, whatever, and that sets the standard for that category. And right now, there's not that definitive physique, I think, in figure. But there were some great ones.
I also think that figure has been a little unmotivating for girls because, like Paul said, it's genetic structure over everything.
Yeah, 100%.
It's not really a class that you can build yourself into as much as others. You can build gigantic legs and have kind of a mediocre waistline in wellness, and you can turn and compensate for it. Figure you're hitting your quarter turns right on, and if you don't have a fucking tiny waist and crazy shoulders and lats and flared quads, it's going to be very hard for you to be successful.
Yeah,
I think it is a very difficult class to be elite in, and I think when you get girls like the Sid Gillians at the top that are just like cartoon characters, it for a lot of girls, especially, you know, when they have the option of wellness stuff now, I think they're just like, I'm never gonna look like that, you know. I think it's almost too much genetic freakness that has turned people off it, you know.
But aside from why, I think my overarching point was it's just too close. It's like you said, some of those wellness girls could do physique, and I'm like,
but you know what though, Fouad? I do think it helps the numbers, to be honest with you. Sorry to cut you off.
For sure that way it does. Yeah, for
but
sure.
I mean, but you said like if you had less classes, those people will still compete.
I'm not okay. Let me rephrase. I don't think there should be less classes. I think the line should be more clearly defined.
Okay.
Because there's a couple girls at the top of the wellness class that literally could have done well in women's physique.
They're getting there.
I agree with you, but it's also hard, and I think Paul would agree with this as a judge, is that you can only judge who's in front of you. And if like the girl in front of you is like she's blurred the lines, but she's still the absolute best on stage, well, it's like you kind of got to reward her, you know.
And you know what? As an amateur shows, you run into this problem a lot, and I hate it. And that's just sometimes, like you said, you got to judge what's in front of you. Sometimes you'll get like it even happened in men's side. You'll get a guy who did bodybuilding and classic, and unfortunately, he's the best in both of those categories. So you got to give them both. And you're like blurring the lines a little bit.
I've been at some pro shows.
I was talking about amateur shows there.
I know, but I've been at some pro shows, and you judge what's in front of you. But I've seen girls that are at the very, very top where they could be like, yeah, we have to mark you down. You're too big.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they could do that, but they're not. But they're not doing that. And then what that does is it starts
they
to
are
blur
at some
that
point.
line.
I mean, you'll see girls that are definitely, especially at the pro ranks too. I mean, and amateurs as well, that are deducted, you know, for being overly muscular, overly conditioned, especially conditioning. In the women's classes, you'll definitely see people being, you know, overly strided, overly dry, overly separated within the confines of their class, you know.
Or in a situation like you're talking about, Fouad, where you might have like one girl who's, you know, maybe not meeting the exact standards of that category due to being too muscular, whatever the case may be, but whoever the next best person who did fit that criteria was just a little bit too weak.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, that sometimes might happen.
Okay, so I didn't want to get into names, but it's a sport. We're talking about a sport. The girl who won the Arnold, Cass.
Yeah, from Vancouver, BC.
She's a little bit bigger up top. She's a little bit broader in the shoulders. She got a thicker chest. She could win physique.
No,
she could probably be pretty competitive in women's physique for sure, with a little bit sharper,
a little more muscle mass here.
The girl now the woman who took second. What was her name? The taller Brazilian girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She looked like me. All three of us at the desk, me, Dennis, and Janet, had her winning.
Because you felt that she matched the category better?
Yeah.
Criteria for the category better?
So this is what
I don't disagree. Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying. So when you're saying like, and if Cass watches this, I apologize. It's not a slight against her at all. And the judges are always, you know, to me, the judges are always right. They know what they're picking. I'm just saying from a fan perspective, if
it gets confusing,
it gets confusing if you're watching and the classes get too close.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to say, right?
I agree. Like I agree with you, Fouad, that those lines should be maintained, and they should
because even Cass said in her interview with Arnold afterwards, she said, I came from powerlifting.
Yeah.
So it's like you could tell some of that's still there. Like
she might have competed in figure beforehand, I believe.
Yeah. So it's like
I think as an amateur, she was a figure competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to. I hope this doesn't sound bad. I'm not trying to disparage anybody. No. I think I think they all look incredible. I just think, and I don't actually. I retract my earlier statement. I don't think they should get rid of any classes. I think they just need to be clearly defined,
rigid with their lines.
Yeah. Those lines.
I don't think anyone can disagree with that.
No. Look, it's like we say the same thing with men's physique. We say like, look, These guys are getting fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, at what point do you say, look, you're really a bodybuilder? Like you're, or you're classic, like you're fucking humongous. Like
you're just too big for the category.
Yeah.
You know, at some point you got to rein it in. I agree with you. You remember what figure used to be? Remember they used to have 3 rounds to figure? You used to have to wear a gown, a 1-piece, and then a 2-piece.
Yeah. Way back.
Yeah.
I remember the 1-piece and the 2-piece. I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember
they used to have a gown too.
That was right at the beginning. Yeah.
I thought the gown
Going
was
back like 15, 20 years
I thought
ago.
the gown was WBFF.
They used to have it in IFU Beach briefly with figure when it first got introduced for the first year or two.
Yeah, and then they dropped it and kept the 1.
Yeah. And then it was 3-piece still. You had to have a 1-piece and 2 2-pieces, but one had to be black.
Yeah.
It was like something stupid like that.
Huh. Well, sport evolves.
Yeah.
It's going to keep evolving.
Wellness. Who was the wellness girl who they thought had ass implants? Was that a real thing or no?
I'm sure plenty have been accused of it in the wellness division.
Yeah.
This one was like glaring.
I saw some when I was backstage at Olympia because they were right.
I wonder if that'll become like a fucking thing in that category. It's like
I was backstage. These girls pump up, man, and you saw some of the wildest fucking. I'm like, I don't know if these things are real or fake or whatever the fuck they are, but these things are outrageous. You know,
I went to
some
Mexico.
Of these girls had bigger legs and butts than like the men's open guys. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
We went to Mexico a couple of years ago, me and the wife and kids, and it was like the first year being able to travel after COVID again. So the resort wasn't that busy. It's like the resort was full of a lot of South American tourists. Every woman there had like a fake butt or like fat implants in their butt. And
when I was living in South Florida, man, like was in the gym, you would see fucking 10 a day. Like
I don't think it looks good though.
Fake asses, it was everywhere. Yeah.
It doesn't look good though. Like it's like
a saggy diaper.
Yeah.
No, wait.
This is the thing.
Some of them.
Right. Maybe there's some good ones. Yeah.
If you can notice it's because it's a bad one. There's probably a million.
Everyone can tell when it's a bad one.
Exactly.
Everyone can tell.
Yeah.
A nice one that you're sitting there is like, that's a nice ass, but it's like, well, that's not real, you know?
Yeah. Good point. I wonder if some guys are starting to do it.
You remember those ones?
I would be surprised.
You remember the ab implants from Sudbury way back?
Yes, I judged that show when the guy and his wife.
Yeah.
Did you mark him down?
Oh, Fouad, this is ridiculous. Like it looked like he had like.
Did you mark him down?
It looked like shit. It made his physique look like shit, so he got scored down for that.
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
how long ago
it was Chris and Melissa's first show. Yeah.
10 years ago, maybe.
It was 2014.
14. Okay, yeah, 9 years ago.
Hey, I got a question for you guys before we move on. Should I trim this? I'm kind of growing it out. I was going to just
let it go.
Let it go all the way.
You deserve it, man.
And then I was going to. Mike's
Grab
my
a slice too.
Mike's my enabler.
Grab a slice too when you get a chance.
It'll help it grow.
If an athlete is blasting or cruising, does the time cruising matter if bloods are good? Mainly asking because of the whole androgen reset thing. Is it a myth that you need 6 to 8 weeks for your androgens to reset?
This is based off your blood work, you know?
I'm going to tell people something that is not probably the right advice, but I used to
Here we go.
It's not that bad. So when I started bodybuilding, probably for the first 10 years, I would go off for 8 weeks minimum. And then as I progressed, I would go off after the first 10 years, I would go off until my blood work was normal again. Sometimes that was 6 weeks. Sometimes it was 4, but I'd be like, okay, my bloods are back to normal. I'm going back on. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's kind of
normal, like in range, or just like what you deemed okay?
No, normal in range. Once I was like, okay, my liver's normal again. My kidneys are back to like, everything's good. Everything everything looks all right. Okay. I'm going to go back on.
Let's go.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's the right advice because maybe 4 weeks is not enough time, but I don't know anything about like androgen reset. I don't know. Like
I think as you get older, you're definitely going to bridge more because your body doesn't produce testosterone like it used to as you get older. So you're going to have to bridge at least test. Yeah.
But how much? But wait a minute. Okay. So we should probably get somebody on that knows more about this, or maybe Ian. I don't know if you know about this, or Mike. I don't know, but what I was going to say is, even if you're 28, if you're taking 1,500 milligrams of test for 12 or 16 weeks, and then you stopped, your natural test is not going to just turn back on because you're 28.
Absolutely not. No.
Right, so it doesn't matter if you're 28 or 38. You're still off.
No, I mean, it
Because
depends. It depends how long.
you're taking exogenous testosterone, right? So your body's like, I don't need to do this anymore.
That's what I'm
But when
saying.
you're
So
when you're that young, if you take HCG, whatever, maybe some Clomid afterwards, will it bounce back? Imagine it will have a better chance of bouncing back more than someone who's 40, 45.
It might take you a month. It might take you 6. You know,
that's what I'm saying, though. But that's my point. So even if you're 28 or 30, and you were taking, like I said, 1,500 milligrams or 1,200 milligrams or whatever for 12 to 16 weeks, and then you start taking HCG when you're done, it still might take you 2 months for your normal test to come kick back in.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're 30 or 40. You're still going to be shooting zero natural tests.
Yeah.
Quite potentially, yeah.
Probably just the younger you are, the more likely it is to bounce
I
back quicker, maybe.
No, that's not what. Well, but what I think it is when you're younger.
You don't feel as fucked up.
Yeah, you don't feel. You don't feel.
Yeah,
like,
you don't feel like the fucking pain.
Yeah,
Right.
You can have your hormones in the shitter and still operate. You know,
that's
Yeah.
kind of how I see it. It's not like, yeah, when you're 40 and your test is down at the fucking, you probably just you feel so
Like,
shitty.
fuck,
You're like,
Yeah. Right.
Well, it's low test and you're 40, so now you're fucked.
your body's fucked, your dick's fucked, you're just fucked. You know.
Yeah. There's nothing to get up in the morning for anymore.
How would Seth Feroce do in the 212 division if he competed right now?
Well,
I
He looks
think
good.
No, if he competed right now, I don't.
oh, right now, I think if you had a year to come back, he could be a top 10 guy.
No. Yeah, I don't mean like if he took time to build back up. I mean like, because right now
Died it down.
people are like he's shredded. He could get on stage right now, and I think even he would tell you that if he just stepped on stage right now, he wouldn't do well
Yeah.
because he's not. It's the fullness and the roundness. It's not just the weight.
Yeah. It's a different look at that.
He also hasn't been like cranking like mad cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not. Listen,
That's what I'm saying. If you had a year to like, okay, I'm going to do 2024 Olympia. I get qualification. I have a year to like blast an off season, get a good prep in. I think he could do well. Yeah.
But wait a minute. Then again, I don't think Seth could make 212.
I was literally about to say making 212 at that point might be hard for him.
Yeah, because Seth is like 208 right now, and he's off everything except for like tests and GH, and he's like not eating and he's shredded. Like you can see,
he's obviously not show shredded, but say he came down to be 200 pounds to be show shredded. If he ran a few cycles, 10, 12 pounds back on would be tough.
Listen, when he's full blown, he's like 230.
Yeah.
He's not making 212.
It would be compromising his look, but he could make it. Yeah.
No. Like he would make 212, but he wouldn't look
He wouldn't be
the way you expect Seth to look.
He'd probably look his best at like 218, 220, you know?
Yeah, that's what I think.
You know, it's too bad because Seth is one of those guys we never saw his true potential.
Well, he decided to worry about his health more.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad decision. Like it was great for him, but it's just, you know, as a bodybuilding fan,
Yeah.
you know, you never got to see the best Seth.
But yeah.
I mean, the best as he could have been potential wise is what I mean.
Yeah. Up until what point do you follow the eat everything in sight that's clean as a hard gainer who wants to add serious size? I don't think the eat everything in sight is serious. I hope nobody takes me seriously when I'm saying
you
that.
should, even in the off season, if you want to be a real bodybuilder,
Fouad said I could. Fouad said I could.
if you want to be a real bodybuilder, even in the off season, you need to be eating weighed, structured meals. Because you need gauges. You need gauges for things, guys. When you're going up and down, you need gauges.
Can I please say this real quick, just so people know? Most of the time, I'm fucking around and I'm joking. When I was seriously bodybuilding, I followed a plan all off season. What I did do, though, that was different than like Iain, for example, is I would eat in between meals.
Yeah.
So like I would have a plan, and then if I was hungry, I would eat some cookies or eat fucking, whatever. But like I had a plan that I followed. I just ate on top of that plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to be able to weigh out your food and fucking eat mass amounts of that.
Especially for getting adequate protein in, you need to at least bare minimum weighing your protein,
Look, the most important part of weighing your food is just knowing what you're doing. If you're not weighing your food, you don't know how to progress. Because you're like, what did I eat yesterday? I don't know. I didn't weigh it.
More what?
Yeah. Like you got to weigh your carbs, you got to weigh your fats and proteins and know exactly what you're getting in. So you're like, okay, I can add 100 calories next week or 200 calories next week from this macro or that macro. And then you can gauge how you're going to grow. You can't.
It would be like if you went to the gym and you didn't actually get to see how much weight you were lifting every time.
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago.
It's like someone puts on weight and you lift it and you're like, okay, next time I'm going to do more than that, but I don't actually know how much it was,
A long time ago, I used to help people with their diets once in a while. And I had this one guy that I was helping out. And I remember him being being strict, eat 6 ounces of chicken, whatever it was. And he would just be like, so that's roughly like a hand, like a size of my fist, right? And I'm like, I don't know. You like weigh it out. And he's like, well, can't I just average it like that? No, I was blown away by that. Like someone who's like competitive.
Look, it's not bad to know. Like if you say a 4-ounce chicken breast is the size of a deck of cards. Okay, cool. That doesn't mean you should eyeball it. It means if you're stuck without a scale,
Right.
you have an idea what it looks like.
Takes fucking 2 seconds to weigh a goddamn chicken breast. Don't be lazy, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, this guy was getting ready for a show. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, how can you not weigh your food?
Dude, it was only up until, honestly, there's still, I want to say it was about 6 months ago, I was still weighing my food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I still do pretty much.
No, I'm like, and then one day I was like, why am I weighing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
why am I weighing this pizza?
Yeah.
Throwing his McDonald's on the scale.
No, it was more like, no, because
this is a quarter pounder, fucking liars.
No, you know what it was? It was like, because like my first 2 meals of the day would be clean, so I would weigh them. And then my last meal would be like a pizza. And I'm like, why did I weigh the first 2 fucking meals?
That was kind of pointless.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, the eat everything in sight thing is a joke. Don't fucking do that. I did that for my second year. I got all the way up to 280 pounds and I was on stage at 204. So don't fucking, I lost 80 fucking pounds that prep. Don't do that.
Nice.
Would you rather have toes for fingers or fingers for toes?
Fingers for toes. Yeah. Of course. What? You don't want fucking toes for fingers? What are you saying? That's clear choice.
How would you walk though with fingers for toes? It could be
emergency.
Like a fucking monkey, man. You could like climb trees and shit. Like outside, that would be awesome.
Yeah,
nub fingers.
You can finger bang your wife with your fucking toes and shit. It's so fun.
No one would ever know if you're pointing at them because you're just like this all the
time. Emergency situation. You have to leave your wife and guy's house for 13 weeks. After you come back and pick her up, who do you trust, your wife or guy?
That he didn't bang her?
What the fuck?
I trust my wife with guy for sure.
I trust
guy.
I don't know if I trust guy.
I don't know if I trust guy either.
I hear the way
I trust Melissa, and I feel like Melissa could take guy in a fight.
Yeah.
I hear the way guy says, "Hi, Melissa." 13 weeks of that.
Yeah. I didn't say I trusted him so much. I trust her.
No question. Paul is the GOAT. There you go, Paulie.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Let's see. In your opinion, what is something that the bodybuilding community is missing? Not something you want to see come back, but something that is new. Fuck, I don't know. Is there something that we're not doing that we should be doing?
Bring back the challenge round.
I'd like to see streamlined venues.
What do you mean streamlined?
Like consistent
standardized.
I'd like to see. I'd like
a standard.
Yeah, I'd like it to be
for
like
lighting and backdrops.
I'd like it to be
for pre-judging.
I'd like it to be like the UFC.
Yeah.
Wherever the fucking UFC goes in the world, it looks like the UFC.
Yeah, because you represent that brand. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think the IFBB should say, look, you have to have a backdrop that looks like this. It's got to be this kind of curtain, this kind of LED screens. Yeah, whatever they decide they want. LED screens, black curtain, whatever the fuck, whatever lighting. But they should just make it more professional. That's what I'd like to say. I'd like everybody. And if a promoter can't afford it, don't fucking let him have a show.
Yeah.
If you can't.
You know what I want to see?
What?
I want to see at the Olympia, like Iain said, the challenge round, but I want you to be able to call anyone from history with a hologram. So you can call it like literally, like you can call it like Dorian Yates and like
Dorian Yates back double bicep.
Yeah, and it'll play a hologram, perfect fucking like perfect life.
That would be cool.
That would be fucking.
That would be really
awesome.
Cool.
I mean, that would even be just a cool thing to have at the expo, you know?
Yeah.
Like just have at the expo where you could like pick any person, do a fucking pose down, and then the machine like judges you, you know?
Well, just think about how popular like some of those pages are where they do like so and so versus so and so.
Yeah.
Imagine you could see it in fucking real life.
You could literally like just walk out, like Nick or Iain could walk out and be like, I challenge fucking Ronnie to a front lat spread.
Yeah.
And you're just like literally like, proportions are exact hologram, perfect.
I wouldn't be able to say about Kevin LeBron anymore because you'd have to come on stage and whoop my ass in his prime then.
But then people could finally see for real, for once and for all, be like, this is how they stack up. He's at his all-time best. This is at his best.
You could You could really do like an all-time best that way. You could have a
amazing.
hologram of all the best bodybuilders of all time and
That would
have
be
a contest.
Wow, what a great idea, Mike.
That's
Olympia,
awesome. Yeah.
invest
Yeah.
in some holograms, have all the
Yeah.
Mr. Olympia champions posed down.
Yeah. All the mandatories. Yeah.
That'd be fucking sick. Yeah.
That would be.
If anabolics improve recovery, why not train muscle groups more frequently? Because it doesn't improve recovery that much.
But they do. I mean, like that's a lot of people do higher frequency. It's a style.
No, but
of
he
training.
means even more. And it's like you can't. There's a
Like train
certain
them every
point.
day.
Well, no, but I think the rule of thumb is train as often as you can recover from, and you
Yes.
recover as fast as you recover, and whether it's with anabolics or not. You know.
Let me ask you a question on that topic. Actually, that's interesting. So Brad Schoenfeld told me that you should train a muscle as frequently as possible, as long as the soreness doesn't affect the next training session. So like you can be sore as long as it doesn't affect your lift. Like if it's affecting your strength or something, then don't do it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, I forgot what I was going to say.
So, like frequency of training
That's the first time ever. I just totally went blank. I'm like, what the fuck?
happens to me all the time, Fouad.
Yeah, when I'm baked, that happens all the time.
What the fuck was I going to say? Holy
How about
shit.
the frequency of training? Like how often you train?
Brad said, train as often as you can, even if you're sore, it's okay. But
Forget it.
don't
It's
take-
good.
Yeah. Move on.
Forget it. It's gone.
It's gone now.
That's never happened to me on this show.
That was a good caveat, anyways.
Yeah.
It's okay, cool.
Win 1 Mr. Olympia or 5 Arnold Classics. Consider the
One
prize. Consider the prize money too.
One Olympia.
1-0.
5 Arnolds. That's fucking 15. It's $1.5 million.
People remember Olympias way differently than Arnold's.
Yeah, but I have $1.5 million.
It's
Yeah.
like Fouad. It's like if you ask an NFL player, would you take 5 NFC conference titles or 1 Super Bowl?
No, it's not the same.
No,
I know.
because the pay. But
The money. The money.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about that.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, I don't know what it is. For the
I
NFL.
care about money. I want a yacht.
And Arnold only increased. Arnold was only like 75, 100K until this year, so it would have been about the same prize money.
Yeah, but I'm going by this. I'm going by
Yeah.
this. So this year was 300 grand.
Was it?
Yeah,
And what was the Olympia?
400.
400.
Wow.
The Olympia's got to step their game up this coming year.
So I get an extra fucking $1.1 million over the course of my career.
Yeah.
And you don't win any Arnolds. I won them. all.
But what opportunities is an Olympia title going to give you for
For 1 year.
emotional reasons?
For 1 year. 1 year. I won 5 fucking Arnold. I won 5 Arnold straight.
Yeah,
And you took second to me. You took second to me at 4 of them.
From financial standpoint,
5
for
of
sure,
them.
Fouad.
that cuts deep because I did come second to Arnold.
No, but think about it.
I know how that feels.
Think about it. The guy that won the Olympia is going to lose to the guy at the Arnold 5 times.
Well, what would the guy make who wins the Olympia and comes second to you 5 times?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
right.
There you go. The
Yeah.
second place was what? 150.
Yeah,
So 5 times 150 is what?
750.
750.
Yeah.
So Plus the Olympia prize money.
It's still
so
less.
it's almost the exact same at that point.
No, it's
Yeah.
not. It's 1
Plus 400.
1.15. 1.15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still up 350.
Yeah.
And I talked
Well-
to Arnold. I got to talk to Arnold 5 times.
Yeah, but you don't have a Sandow, so it's or Sandow, so I'm taking that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being an asshole.
The
I don't know what I would do. I think I would probably take the Olympia.
prestige Olympia probably would be.
I don't know though. Arnold prestige is growing.
It is for sure.
Okay, we'll do a couple more. Fouad spoke briefly on imposter syndrome on Hani's podcast. Did it ever go away?
Great podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
Listen
We
to
spoke
the
about you a little bit. Hopefully I didn't say anything that insulted you.
Well, except for that you said I like to walk around the grocery store in tank tops, which is a fucking lie. But yes. Me and Melissa are listening to it in the car. She's like, "What the fuck is he talking about?"
That's true. You said to me. You said to me.
No. I didn't say I would ever walk around in a tank top. I said I don't mind people looking at me. I wouldn't even go to the gym in a tank top, bro.
Oh, okay. I got that one.
But I'm
Sorry.
saying, like, I wouldn't mind wearing like a shirt that showed off my muscularity where you're trying to hide it. I understood the premise you were trying to say. Yes, you had the premise right, but the delivery was wrong.
All right. Well, you know I have a good heart, so it's okay.
I'm not a tank top. I don't roll that way. Okay.
Okay. So Fouad spoke briefly on imposter syndrome on Hani's podcast. Did it ever go away, or did you just learn to deal with it?
What is it?
It has.
Yeah, that's when you don't feel like you belong.
No,
Or that even when he would win shows, he thought like he didn't deserve it. You know,
it's when you are achieving something that you work towards, but even when you achieve it, you still don't feel like you deserve it.
You still convince yourself that
that's what you feel like. You feel like you're an imposter, like you're fooling people.
But that's part of some people's drive, isn't it?
Yes.
To work harder.
And it depends, yeah.
Well, and that's what I said to Austin, the guy that does the podcast with Hani. He said, "Well, I like to work really hard." And
who is that guy? Does he work for Evogen or?
I think he works for Hani. Yeah. He's a good guy. He was a good.
Like, the podcast was great.
He was a good addition to the podcast. But he was saying, "Well, I like to work really hard. And that's what keeps me going." And I said, "They're not exclusive of each other. You can work really, really hard and still have imposter syndrome. Like, you saw how hard I worked when I was a bodybuilder. No matter what I achieved, I was like even when I beat fucking Dennis Wolf and Ben, I would be like, I'd make excuses to Hani. I'm like, oh, I didn't really deserve to beat them. And he's like,
yeah.
No, you did deserve to beat them.
Yeah.
But that, and he's asking if it went away now. And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes it's still there. Like, this podcast is really, really successful. And sometimes I sit around going, why?
But when you read what a lot of great athletes in general, they talk about how it's never enough for them, how they've always never thought they were good enough. And that's what kept them getting better, because they were never satisfied, never content.
Yeah, so it's not healthy.
There's a lot of different motivators.
It's not healthy, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure psychologically it's not healthy in a person.
It's not healthy because you have to be able to recognize your hard work and build your own confidence from it. If you
give yourself credit.
If you never recognize your own hard work, you never build confidence. If you never build confidence, you never truly achieve greatness.
Yeah.
So it's important to recognize where you've been, where you're going, what you've done along the way, so that you can keep building on that and keep growing.
I get that, but is it a consistent trait amongst successful people? A common trait, I should say.
No. Well, I mean, look, not always.
There's a million things that motivate people.
I mean, look, not always. If you look at Phil Heath, like, he was driven to be the greatest. He won 7 Mr. Olympias, and he knew he was that great. You know what I mean?
But and I know Phil came across that way, but I wonder if deep down he believed that, or if that was just the way it came across for him.
I don't think someone like Chris would ever feel like imposter syndrome,
Yeah, and even when I talked to Hani about Phil, he said the same thing. Like, Phil knew he was going to kill everybody. He believed.
He did, okay.
And same thing, like we talked about Nick Walker on the podcast.
Yeah, like if Nick won the Olympia, he would never think he didn't deserve it.
Nick's the furthest, like the opposite of me.
Self-belief.
Yeah. He's the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Like, he believes in himself so much,
even when others don't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I don't know. Do you guys have that? You ever had that? You must have felt something like that at some point.
For sure. Yeah.
Mike, have you ever felt that?
Yeah, I think probably in waves and different times. It wasn't like a prevailing thought, though.
Yeah,
it was more of like the aggressive mindset.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I mean, Paul, you have it to a certain degree.
I'm hard on myself for some things.
Not hard on yourself. I'll give you a perfect example, because you're asking me like what it means exactly. A perfect example is when I tell you you have fans, and sometimes you'll say to me, "I don't know why I have fans." That's imposter syndrome.
Yeah, but I really don't
understand. You don't understand that people like you. You're like, I don't know why they like me. I don't know. Like, you're like, you're faking them out.
But I'm on a podcast with people who are famous in our industry, and
you're trying to justify your own imposter syndrome right now.
Yeah.
You do it, man.
You're actually doing it in real time.
You're literally doing it in real time. Yeah.
I get it.
That's what it means. It's like you've achieved something. You've achieved popularity. You've achieved, people like you.
You don't need to understand it. It's still a reality.
Yeah. So anyway,
I could say I feel that way. The same as Paul. In the same sense, like I don't understand why people
Mike
gravitate towards me.
Mike, you said something to me when we started talking, like, just a while back. We just started talking. You said to me, I wasn't going to do YouTube, and then I started doing it. I didn't think anybody would watch, but now people watch. I don't know why they watch, but they watch. That's the same thing.
No, but it comes from the mindset of like thinking it's not like it's like I guess a humble thing or something like that, but it's more like I'm just saying what I've always thought. So to me, it's like these are thoughts that resonate all the time. So like,
it doesn't seem
like this seems normal. This is normal talk to me. So I don't understand why it's not normal talk to everyone else. Right?
But that's exactly what
I get that all the time. Yeah.
But that's exactly what it is. You're doing something that you don't think is valuable, whereas other people see it as very valuable. So you think, I don't get it. Why do people care?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So we all have it. We all have it to certain degrees. And for this guy asking me if it's gotten any better, I have learned to enjoy my victories a little bit more, but it's still there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Do you find yourself sitting down to pee now that you're older?
No, my wife gets mad at me.
I'm not that fucking old.
You can
What
relax.
did you just say?
You can relax the prostate a little better when you're sitting down.
Yeah. No, it's
My
worse.
wife,
because
your wife gets mad at you. Why is your wife watching you pee?
Because I piss all over the seat all the time. All over.
I don't ever lift up the seat ever.
Do you really piss? I don't know why guys have a.
I wipe it though. I just piss and I just wipe it.
I leave the seat up all the time. Just so I don't have to worry
I
about
can't
it.
even remember.
I got
the
live with
last
3
time.
females though.
I don't want to touch the seat ever. I just leave it down at all times.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, Mike. What I meant, the seat is up. It's the rim around I piss on.
Yeah, the rim. Yeah.
Yeah. If
Why
my wife
can't
gets
you-
mad about that.
Why can't you hit
Why-
this massive?
What's
target?
wrong with you? Are you closing your eyes and like
I think I stand too far back sometimes. I don't know
Paul's,
why.
Paul's spinning around a bat outside.
I'm trying to be a sharpshooter, you know?
Wait.
I'm always afraid that I'm going to piss too far over the bowl, so I always
Just
step
stand
further
over
back,
it.
too far back.
And then as the stream starts to dwindle, then you get a little bit on the seat, you know?
Yeah. And then after a day or two,
I get it.
Wait. I want to know something. Let's see if I can find the right image. Paul, how far are you standing back from the bowl?
I need a side view. Okay, that guy right there.
Yeah, like are you right here, or are you like?
He's across the room.
A good half step back.
I'm about a half step back from that.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
My toes
Why?
aren't
Get
lined
over
up
the
with
bowl,
the bowl.
man.
I got to get over the bowl more better. Yeah, I do. I'm definitely standing too far
You gotta
back.
choke up. You got to choke
Yeah,
up on
I
that
got to
bowl.
choke up on the bowl. Because sometimes when you get in the middle of the night to piss too, you know how like sometimes the stream just shoots out somewhere, like it didn't go like straight down. So I think sometimes I'm afraid that if I stand too much over it, it's gonna shoot right over the bowl.
Back.
You just need to hover over and squat and point straight down.
I guess just start sitting. Probably.
Just start sitting. This is what the guy's saying. You guys sit.
But I don't know if I could get a pure like a whole, if I could
You
totally
can't.
empty my bladder if I
Yeah,
sit.
you got to really relax. Yeah.
It's not good.
It's not the same.
It folds everything. It doesn't do
Right? Yeah. You have to really spread your legs though, probably.
Mm.
And kind of like lean forward, just kind of like, you know?
Yeah, like a deep squat.
This
Yeah,
is
kind of
why.
like push it, like put a little pressure through your butthole, you know?
Right.
Massage your chode a bit.
Yeah.
Loose, you know?
Yeah, just a little
I had a
Feel a little,
chode.
feel a little private
Fouad.
pumps.
tickle your taint a little bit, you know?
I heard about this procedure. I heard it on Joe Rogan podcast called Resume.
Yeah,
I want to look into this.
I'm
I
gonna
told
do that.
Fouad about it. It sounds really interesting.
It shrinks your prostate.
Yeah. So
I
what it
don't have
does
a
is
big prostate. Why the fuck are we doing it?
no, but we all. I mean,
And this is your
You
fault.
should really look into this.
but a lot of men have this problem of pissing in the middle of the night frequently, myself included. So apparently, you get this procedure done. They blow this saline water through your dick hole, and it kills all the dead prostate cells. And then you're good after that. You go back to resume. You resume peeing like normal. That's why it's called Resume.
This
Let's
is
go
why
do it on the
people,
podcast. We can all go do it.
This
Yeah.
is why people love you, Paul. This is
He's the everyman's guy, you know?
cure your imposter syndrome with this. This is why people love you. You have trouble figuring out where to stand in front of the toilet.
Just the every guy, you know?
Yeah, the everyday man.
He's the every guy, yeah.
Okay, last one. What would be the worst ever buy one get one free sale? Forget it. Nope. For Fouad and Paul to settle a household debate. Do local places like Windsor Pizza have better pizza than bigger franchises like Domino's? Yes.
Antonino's Fouad, hey?
Antonino's best pizza in Windsor.
Yeah.
You can give your
Right on the corner from our house.
If you could go back to if you only had one outfit you had to wear every day for every occasion for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I already wear it every day.
What I'm wearing right now.
Yeah,
It's like black shorts.
Black joggers and a black t-shirt.
that's what I wear every day too.
Yeah, but you're gonna go everywhere in that?
That'd be fine.
I'd
with that.
love to.
What's the other option? I wear like a suit or like a fucking tight V-neck. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't like jeans.
Cargo pants,
I hate jeans. I don't ever want to wear jeans in my
I
life.
hate wearing jeans.
I
cargos.
haven't worn jeans since
What's
like
wrong with jeans?
2010.
What's
Really?
wrong with jeans?
I don't like jeans. You like jeans, eh, Fouad?
But jeans are stretchy now. They're cool. They're comfortable.
Yeah, I like cargos.
I like cargos.
Yeah, especially my Lululemon ones. I can't find my first pair though. I
Those are
lost
nice,
them somewhere.
I got
Are
a few pairs of Lulus.
Are cargos an old guy thing?
No, I don't think so. Or paint. I like a good paint.
I'm not asking you, Paul. You're old. I'm asking the young.
Do they unzip it? Do they unzip at the knee?
No.
The convertibles.
I like the ones that have a string inside too now. So you can use a string.
See, and I bought the ones that unzip at the knee because it's such a like versatile pair of pants.
Yeah.
Nice Lululemon cargos with a shacket.
Dad pants.
Yeah, I do have that outfit. I might wear it this weekend.
Cargos and a shacket.
I'm bringing my shacket this weekend.
You gotta bring your shacket. It's like 80 degrees out.
Oh yeah. Oh, no use for it.
I'm gonna go Lululemons or cargos because I can wear those to train or not to train. I can wear them on my bike. Pair of Chucks because I can wear those in the gym or not. And a fucking t-shirt.
Yep.
Black t-shirt. Black
t-shirt. Hoodie in case it gets cold later.
That's right. Yeah. I can wear a black t-shirt to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could wear that all day, every day, I'd be happy.
That's what I do wear all day, every day.
Yeah. Me too, except for when I go to work and I got to wear a fucking.
I wear the same clothes. Like most days, I don't even need to change to go to the gym. I'm like ready to go. You know.
Yeah.
What I wake up and put on in the morning is my gym clothes, and I can wear it. And then I'll get home from the gym, I'll shower, and I'll put on the exact same kind of outfit. You know.
I've been wearing this since I woke up this morning.
Yeah, this is what I've been.
Yeah.
I got a James Collins head shirt here, actually.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
I slept in this last night.
I'm wearing this for 2 weeks.
Use it for everything, Fouad. Sleeping.
My trend sweats are way too bad right now to wear that much clothes sleeping, you know?
I had that last night. I wonder if that's from Ozempic.
What, night sweats?
Might have been real nasty lately, yeah.
Really? Yeah, that's
the trend.
Yeah. What happens when you take some grams of trend, you know?
Well, we'll see you guys this weekend, eh?
That was a joke.
See you guys in a few days.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it.
All right,
see you, boys.
Yeah,
right.
See you guys.
Oh, just me and you.
Hi, Fouad.
I thought they'd never leave.
Yeah, last little bit there. I kept. No, just joking. I'm really excited about this weekend, though. It's gonna be a good time.
Are we doing a Paul and Fouad after hours?
Well, if I'm looking at my window right now, it is dark out.
Yeah,
it's time for. It's time. We should have a little song for this. We had a little theme song for it. Almost a Pink Floyd like machine.
We're not gonna. We should tell people the name of our new show. It's not After Hours. It's not Bro Chat After Hours. It's Meatballs and Hummus.
Meatballs and Hummus.
Meatballs and Hummus.
Yep.
How come you get the lead? How come it can't be hummus and meatballs?
It doesn't sound the same.
Plus,
you don't. If you were going to eat food, if you were going to sit down and eat some food, you'd have the meatballs first. Then you'd have the hummus with some.
No, you wouldn't. Hummus is an appetizer.
Yeah, but it's not like you got to wait for the meatballs.
I think it's hummus and meatballs.
Leave it up to the fans.
Meatballs and hummus sounds better. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I can go for some meatballs.
When
was the last time you had meatballs?
I make meatballs once in a while at home, actually.
Do you?
Yeah, my girls love my meatballs. That doesn't sound very good.
No,
my daughters love it when I make meatballs.
Do you make meatballs the traditional way with like pork and beef?
No, beef. I don't like pork.
Straight beef.
Straight beef. Well, no.
Yeah, but yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I like some forms of pork.
No, because I know at Vito's, when they make that massive meatball that you order as an appetizer, that's an appetizer.
Yeah.
That's pork and beef, and I think they actually do pork, beef, and veal.
That's the real way you're supposed to do meatballs, all three of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just kind of get out a little bit, just do it with beef.
Do it the shitty way.
Yeah, I do it the easy and fast way.
Yeah, I miss that fucking sauce. They used to make this sauce at Capri where I used to work. They would put 3 different meats in the meat sauce. They do pork, veal, and beef, and it was fucking delicious. And
you let it boil in there all day.
Dude, they'd make this vat. It was like, restaurants, man. They had this pot that was like fucking massive. Yeah,
those big stainless steel ones.
Yeah, you'd fill it, and the fucking sauce would just simmer for like 5 hours.
When you're Italian, you're like when that's cooking, like your nonna or your mom will be like, "Come here for a minute," and then break off a piece of bread for you. You dip it in.
You know how bad? You know how fat I got? So, I'll tell you how it was set up. So, when I first started working there, before I was a manager, I was a pizza cook. So I'm standing in front of the wood. They had the ovens they have that you open and you slide the pizza in.
And you put them in with those sticks.
Yeah, you slide them in
spatulas.
Yeah. So I'm standing there. Now, you could get to the kitchen by going that way or this way. So right next to me was the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just step down off this one step, and I was right in front of the meat sauce. So they had the meat sauce in the warmer, and the dinner rolls right next to the meat sauce.
Oh.
So while I'm waiting for the pizza to cook, I would go down, I'd grab a dinner roll, I'd rip it off and dunk it. I think I used to smash like a dozen dinner rolls every shift.
Oh, yeah, imagine how much food you're eating, how many calories and carbs you're eating.
I gained 100 pounds the first year I worked there.
Oh.
From grade 10 to grade 11, I was 135 in grade 10. I was 235 in grade 11.
Wow. Everyone's like, he's going through puberty.
Yeah. Well, I think I did, because I didn't get gain. Like, I wasn't really, really fat. I was chubby, but I got like my shoulders broadened out, and I like kind of filled into my frame a little bit.
Yeah, like your brother's look. Like your brother's like a huskier look.
Yeah, but I gained a fucking 100 pounds, and I swear to God, it was dinner rolls and meat sauce.
Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. My boss would be like, "You can have some pizza for your, they give us like a free small or something to eat on your break." I'm like, I'm full. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Night before I came.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some of the best stuff. Though I love most of my older Italian relatives are dead now, and my mom doesn't really do that kind of cooking anymore. She's getting kind of old now. Very rarely. She will sometimes still.
How old's your mom?
My mom's 75 now.
Yeah, my mom went hard right to the end.
Yeah,
dude, my mom, her biggest, your Italian moms are the same. Her biggest joy in life was Sunday dinners with the family.
Yeah.
So the last 5 years, I think the last 5 or 10, probably the last 5 years of her life, maybe 10, she had a live-in nanny.
Yeah, I remember her.
But the last 3 was probably the one you're thinking of. Was it? Because it was like 3 different ones.
What was her name again?
The last one was Alma.
Oh, the one before that I met too, though.
Yeah, well, she was there the last 3 years, I think. So probably the last 3 or 4 years of my mom's life, she had a harder time walking around. So she had a wheelchair at home and a walker. And I swear to God, she taught Alma how to do some of the cooking. And you'd still see her there, man, sitting in her fucking wheelchair, rolling fucking grape leaves.
Really?
Yeah. Her and this Filipino woman be sitting there. She taught her how to fucking do all the Arabic food.
Really?
Because all she wanted to do is feed the family on Sundays.
Yeah. It probably brings back a lot of memories for her too.
Yeah, she never.
Because food was about like celebration a lot for like our parents' generation.
I think I'm so fat.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say why I'm so fat, but that's why I like food so much.
Yeah.
Because everything we did revolved around food. Everything.
Yep.
Like
if someone came visited someone, you brought food.
Remember? Yeah. Remember if guests came over, there was like courses of food.
Yeah. Meat trays, cheese trays.
We have guests coming over. Bring out the nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
I bet you it's funny. I bet you Canadian, like American people don't know what we're talking about, because I think, do Canadians do that? Like when they come over, don't they just crack a beer and like sit around?
Nowadays, when they go open a bag of chips up, but when we were kids, like our parents came from an old country. Yeah, they would, it was the old walnuts that you crack with the wall, the nutcrackers. Yeah.
Mom, the company bring nuts, so there'd be like an assortment, like a bowl, like of an assortment of nuts, and you'd have your own little bowl. You'd take some, and then after the nuts, it'd be like, oh, bring the fruit. They bring out the fruit. Bring out the fruit. Yeah, the cake was last. Then, bring out the cake. Bring the cake. Then my dad would be like, bring coffee. So after the cake, she'd bring coffee. It's like 11 o'clock at night. They're drinking fucking Arab coffee. It's like, the little fucking espresso. Mud.
And they all got sorry.
And they'd still just fucking go to sleep after. They'd be like,
everyone's got to be up at 5 a.m. for work. Yeah. They were different people.
But I thought it was hilarious. And I look back at it, I'm like, there was courses through the night, and it was always nuts, fruit, cake, or some type of dessert.
Yeah.
Then coffee. Then
did the men take a walk at all after eating?
In the summertime, yes. But the funny thing, the men never got up. That was the best part.
No, they don't do anything. They just get served.
I miss those days.
I know. I had this uncle. I had this like really hardcore Italian uncle. A lot of our guys would be at their house. That was my mom's sister. So and he would same thing, you know, Italians were very much traditional, very much like Arabic, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, the men didn't do anything. Women did all the cooking, serving. Men would just sit back, and then he'd have his coffee, and then he'd sleep on the chair for about an hour, half an hour, an hour. While everyone's still playing, everyone still knows. He didn't give a fuck.
That was
He'd
my
sleep for an
dad.
hour.
Dude, that was my dad. I remember being at my sister's. So we would go to my sister's. My dad was probably like, I don't know, anytime after 75. We would all fucking sit around. We would eat. He would be at the head of the table, obviously.
Yep.
And after dinner was done, we would all sit down in the living room. Bring coffee, bring coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
So my sister or mother would make coffee, bring it over. He would have a coffee, and then he would just be like, and he had a belly, eh? He would just be like this. The kids are like 6. They're fucking right in front of him. They're screaming and wrestling and fucking just fucking throwing shit. And he's like,
and he snort. Does he snort too?
Yeah, he's like, out.
My uncle would snort too.
Out. I'm like, how the fuck is he sleeping through this? Yeah,
that's gonna be us in a few more years.
we got a long way to go, man.
Yeah.
My dad was a fucking powerhouse until 64. That was his first heart attack. Was at 64. Then he slowed down. He was still good though. He was still good, but he slowed down a little bit. And then he had his second heart attack, I believe, was around 70 or 72, something like that. That one slowed him down.
Yeah. How old was he when he died?
79.
79. You know, I mean, like, that
was a third heart attack. But the second one, he was in Lebanon when he had the second heart attack. And when he came back, he looked like a different person. You know, sometimes when people get sick, you know, their faces, like my dad was a bigger, like he's like all of us, right? He's like kind of a thicker guy.
Yeah.
And, you know, when someone gets sick, if they get really sick, you see their whole body change. Like they shrink and their face, you know, they lose weight. And he came back from Lebanon. I was like, oh my God, he went from looking like a guy who was kind of old to looking like an old man.
Yeah.
And like that one heart attack, like just took a lot out of him. And then he was good for like a few more years. And then he had the third one. It's
kind of sad how life, you know, goes like that. Like, you know, like there's all this progress in your life, and then the end stages, there's like physical regression, and you know, it's kind of sad how life finishes that way.
I don't know if it is. I think it depends on your life. Like if you look at, like when I think of my dad's life, like one of the ways I was able to rationalize his death was he lived such a full life. Like he lived, you know, he told me stories about being in Lebanon. He lived in Lebanon. He met my mom. They got married. They had 5 kids. He took his kids out of a war-torn area to Canada, raised them. They all got an education. They all made something of themselves. They all live a better life than he did, which is kind of all of
that's their goal. Yeah.
That's all a parent wants, is right.
Yeah.
For their kids to have a better life than them.
Yeah.
So all his kids became successful in some way. And then he lived to see each child have their own kids. So he had lived to see all his like 8 or 9 grandkids.
Yeah. You know which is awesome.
So in my mind, I think to myself, do I feel bad for him?
He'd be happy.
That's what I mean. Like I'm just saying, like when my dad passed, I was sad that he passed away, but at the same time, I was like, he lived such a great life. Like, I could only dream of having that life.
And look at his legacy, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I could, man, the guy had his third heart attack. He had it in his sleep. Like really? But that's a perfect life.
Yeah. Right.
Like he raised his kids. They all became successful. He got to see his grandkids all grow up and be healthy. And then he just drifts off into his sleep, into the night.
It's almost like a painless death. It's almost like a perfect ending.
That's what I mean. So I was like, I think, I don't know if it's just the way my mind works, but that's how I was able to justify it to myself to feel better. Is I'm like, I wish that was my life. I would be proud of my life if that's how it was.
100%. Well, it's anyone that you love, you don't want to see them suffer.
Well, and that was the tough part with my mom, right? Like, my mom obviously lived a full life and she was proud of her kids and everything, but like she suffered so much at the end there. It was like,
so you're almost happy that the suffering is you're happy that her suffering is finished.
But going back to what you said though, is it really bad if you get old and like things happen when if you've built the life that you like, let's say when you're 20 or 30, you have a vision of a life that you want. If you achieve that life, then you shouldn't really feel bad getting old.
Yeah, no, you're right. And remember, who was it recently? Was it Alex Trebek? that had terminal cancer a couple of years ago, and I think
Yeah.
he finally passed not too long ago. I heard him talk about it because he worked. I think he still like hosted the show up until when he was physically unable to do it anymore. But he knew he was going to die. There was no curing what he had. And I remember him talking about. He was like, don't. He doesn't want anybody to be sad for him. He lived a great life. He
Yeah.
never could have asked for a better life, and for him, this is just a happy ending to a great life.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's that. If you can, have that mindset going into it, that'd be great. But I just mean, like, it's just kind of sad how, like, at the end, like, you can't physically take care of yourself in some instances. You can't take care of yourself anymore. Like, you're dependent on others to take care of you and that. And it's just, I don't know. Like, even though, like, if you have a great life, then great. Like, you kind of won the game. But it's just sad that how it ends. Like,
But I think
that way.
But I think in the ideal scenario, which something I won't get to experience, in the ideal scenario, like my mom, it's funny, my mom and dad used to joke when, they were younger. They used to joke with us and they'd be like, one day we're going to be old and you're going to have to take care of us and you're going to have to change our diapers and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure many parents have said that to their kids as a joke. But my parents were so selfless that my brothers, like, I never did it as much because I'm the youngest, but my sister and my oldest brother, fuck, man, they were like there right to the end, taking care of them.
Yeah.
So they gave enough that they got it back. So all I'm saying is, it sucks if you get old and you can't take care of yourself. But if it's your own kids taking care of you, then maybe there's a little bit of a silver lining there. You're like, I made them care about me enough that they're here taking care of me now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like maybe you find some solace in that, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. But still, like, just especially as a man, like, you don't want anyone to ever have to take care of you.
I hear that.
Like, you want to be the guy who takes care of your family, not someone at the end I need to be taken care of.
Well, it's like I remember the doctor saying to me, it was me and my brother, I think, or my brother, and then my brother told me, I can't remember exactly. My dad went to the hospital for pancreatitis. And I guess that's something that happens when if you drink too much. My dad doesn't drink. So I don't know how it happened. I don't know if it was from his diet or something. Anyway, he had a pancreatic attack and he went to the hospital. And the doctor was like, I don't know why he's not screaming in pain.
Really?
Yeah. He was just eating it. He just he wasn't showing any pain. And the doctor's like, he should be in agonizing pain right now. We haven't even given him a painkiller yet. So it's like, that's, I think, what guys do, right?
Men were different though in that generation too, though. They've been through some shit.
I know.
They were hardened.
If I was in my dad's position, I'd have been like, cry. I'd be like, crying.
I'd be like, actually, like, Fouad, but not give me any painkillers. You got to get over and yell at my nurse.
Somebody help me, please.
Yeah.
Our dads are like shrugging it off, like, fuck.
I know. Yeah, no, I'd be a baby.
Yeah, I don't know what builds that.
I think hard times build tough men.
Well, that's the obvious thing now, but I also, yeah.
Because I mean, like, look at the era they grew up through. They grew up through World War II and the Cold War and stuff. Like they grew up through like hard shit. Like, they didn't know if there was a tomorrow sometimes.
Yeah, but I think it's the way you're raised too.
For sure, 100%.
Right? Like you see a lot of the young generation now, and they're all very sensitive about different things going on in the world. Yep. Instead of they need safe spaces and they're triggered very easily and stuff. And I think that comes from being coddled.
Yeah. Or not being raised by your parents. Just because in the world today, most parents have to work. Each parent has to work.
Oh, that's a good point too. Yeah.
So you're brought up by, daycare or, babysitters or whatnot, so you learn everything off of YouTube or whatever, Yeah. But, I think that plays a role too.
We need, how many volunteers do we have for this weekend?
We got at least 10. I think we're good.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We got trophy girls now.
I got the trophies are getting delivered tomorrow. I need athlete bags.
They should be here on Thursday.
Okay, let's grab those black ones tomorrow, though, just in case.
Okay,
we'll grab from the warehouse. Other than that, I think we've got to remind me Friday when we get to Toronto to go to Ian's hotel. I just got to show him the company credit card.
I'm gonna leave really early on Friday.
Okay, I'll have to meet you there. Then I want to bring the girls to school first.
because I think Guy's flight gets in at like 10:30.
Yeah, so you're going to hit the road at like probably 7.
Well, he's going to have to get his bags and shit, and like he won't be probably out till like 11:30.
Okay.
So I was going to try and leave at like 8.
I can't leave till about 8:39 at the earliest.
Yeah,
I
so
got to bring the girls to school.
I'll leave at like 8. And then I thought I'd take him for a workout because he's not going to be able to check into his hotel room anyway. Or I'll take him for lunch or something.
Yeah, if you pick him up by like 11:30, if you guys go train somewhere by 2 or 3, you should have a room. You should be ready by then.
When are you going to get there?
No later than 2 or 3. Like I'm planning on getting there right around that time. I plan on leaving Windsor around 10.
Okay. And where are you going? Straight to the hotel?
Yeah, I might have a couple small stops to make. Like there's a few things I need to pick up on the way up. You know, like cases of water and shit for the weekend.
Okay, so we'll meet up at the hotel then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna send out an email tomorrow morning to everybody with everybody's confirmation numbers, hotel rooms, and that. So if there's any problems, you got your confirmation number. I couldn't make reservations at Baton Rouge for Friday night. Yeah, they said they're full. They said the call they might have a cancellation, but they increased our table size for Saturday though.
We'll figure something out. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we train tomorrow? Legs?
You want to train legs? Here's your foot. Is your toe okay?
Yeah, I'll just push off my heels. So yeah, because we trained I guess we could train back.
I could. Yeah, whatever you want to train is cool with me.
We should do legs.
Yeah, we should do legs.
Okay.
Yeah. What time? What do you got going on tomorrow?
I got a meeting at 10:30 till 12:30. Then we train.
I gotta help my fucking neighbor put his tree in.
Why?
Oh, my fucking neighbor catches me pulling the driveway when I got home from the gym with you today. Yeah. He's like, "Hey, I bought this tree. Would you help me put it in the hole and get it set up?" And I'm like, I can't tonight, man. I can't. I got my daughter's got basketball. I got a podcast tonight. I can't. And he's like, "Well, tomorrow you got some free time tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, maybe in the morning." I don't ask my fucking neighbors to help me with shit.
Say no. Say there's landscaping companies that do that shit.
I know. I am. I can't fucking say no.
This is why I don't talk to my neighbors, so they don't ask me for nothing.
I don't talk to him either. I try to avoid this guy like as much as I can. He walked over. Well, he saw me get out of my car.
I hope he sees this.
Oh fuck! I hope not.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you in the morning.
I'll talk to you, man.
Okay. See you, Fouad.
Later, brother.